Hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hi guys, hope you're doing well today. I'm sure that some of you have seen our latest video, but we thought we'd go live to talk to y'all and see what y'all had to say. And
We haven't been live in a while. We're coming live to make a couple of announcements here because there's been a new news announcement come out, and thank you all for sending us these updates, text messages, or
hmm
but the one that came out was that said that the prosecutor Miranda
King,
King,
uh-huh,
they had convened a grand jury this morning. So, unlike a filing information, she actually now this lady's on the ball. Sheila and I could tell that just from what we seen earlier, but he had convened a grand jury this morning. That means over the weekend, those that's on the listed for the grand jury in that county were sent notice that to be there this morning about 8 or 9 o'clock, whatever time they did it.
hmm
And the detective, Kentucky State Police detective, actually presented the case to the grand jury, and the grand jury returned the indictment of murder on her and complicity to commit murder for Josh. So, I mean, that's pretty great that that they did that.
hmm
That's on the job. They didn't wait around. You know, they were going to hold a preliminary hearing. She was scheduled for a preliminary hearing this morning,
hmm
and that's where you would prove that there's probable cause to the judge for him to send the case to the grand jury. Well, she just went ahead and convened a grand jury, took it to the grand jury, and the indictments were returned. Now, we were reading on Facebook, go ahead, babe, or on our comments that people were saying that Josh has now been arrested.
right.
Some people said he was arrested at the dollar store. The truck was confiscated by the state police. And that's great because, Sheila mentioned a while back, was wondering if the truck had been gone through with cadaver dogs
hmm
and so forth like that. So uh, everything's coming together. The prosecutor has really, Commonwealth attorney, uh, doing a great job on this case. It looks like.
Yes, thank the Lord. Sorry that Jaden, I think, will finally get justice for what was done to him. This is sad, but I'm glad, Betty, they're letting him have it.
Here is the newest update that we could find. Now they've got the wrong. They say on Tuesday, and we thought we'd slept in a day or
Yeah.
something. But today's Monday, so they've got the date wrong on this story because today is just Monday. But let's play this. This is short, but this is the newest update that we could find.
Murder of 10-year-old KY boy Jayden Spicer. The stepfather of 10-year-old Jayden Spicer and the boy's mother, Felicia Gross, were indicted on murder charges Monday, the Commonwealth's attorney announced. Felicia Gross, 33, of Jackson was indicted for charges of murder, falsely reporting an incident, evidence tampering, abuse of a corpse and 2 counts of evidence tampering. She was originally charged with second-degree manslaughter, abuse of a corpse, tampering with physical evidence and falsely reporting an incident. Her 41-year-old husband, Josh Gross, was indicted with charges of complicity to commit murder, complicity to falsely report an incident, tampering with physical evidence, abuse of a corpse and 2 counts of complicity to witness tampering. King announced the direct indictment Tuesday, just moments before a preliminary hearing was to begin for Felicia Gross. Both Felicia and Josh Gross are being held at the Kentucky River Regional Jail on a $1 million bond each. The body of Jayden Spicer was found near Canoe Road in Breathitt County on August 12 in a heavily wooded area. His family reported him missing from his home on Panbowl Branch Road in the Jackson community August 6. Tuesday night, I told you all that Jayden was in good hands, King said to reporters. Today is the next phase in that movement with the foundation of the investigative work and another week of evolution in our investigation. King said Kentucky State Police Detective Nathan Rourke presented the case to a grand jury Monday morning. In an official statement on Facebook, King was very complimentary of state police's investigation. Bad investigations are short and stationary. Officers go in, draw an inference, make a rash decision, close it and never look back. Good investigations are fluid in that they evolve with the benefit of hard work and time. This one is the latter, King said in the statement. Gross previously admitted to police she gave Jayden sleeping medication and buried his body. She initially told police she thought he had a medical emergency. She also admitted to coaching 2 of the boy's siblings before they were interviewed by police, according to court documents. 3 Breathitt County residents, all mothers, were present at Monday's hearing. Ronica Neese, Savannah Pratt and Leona Prater said the indictment against Josh Gross was something everyone had been considering. There was never a thought that she could do that herself, Pratt said to reporters. But what continues to baffle the women is how a mother could harm her child and allow the community to believe he was missing for days. There could have been so many people in this community that would have loved Jayden and given him the life that he deserved, Pratt said. The 3 women said for there to be justice for Jayden, his parents should spend the rest of their lives in prison with no opportunity for parole. Jayden's visitation is 10 a.m. Thursday at the Breathitt Funeral Home. His funeral is to begin at 2 p.m. Behind the story. This story was originally published August 18, 2025.
Guys, that I don't know if y'all could hear that coffee pot in the background or not. I've never seen something. I never realized our coffee pot was that loud until you're doing something like this, and all of a sudden it sounds like. I see that. That's interesting there,
Yeah.
Grant. Abuse of a corpse. So they have determined Jayden was deceased when they buried him. That's an interesting, because according to the charge, that's you couldn't have abuse of a corpse. I guess I don't know. That's
It's a
interesting.
good question.
Maybe does it mean that he still couldn't been alive and then that the corpse is still buried? That's a good question. Guys, I'm gonna tell you, we've got faith in this Miss King,
Commonwealth attorney.
Miranda King.
Yep.
We think that she means what she says and says what she means. You could tell that it touched her the other day when she was given the first small
Yes.
press conference, and
Yeah.
that's what we'd like to see. We wish she would come out. I know there's an active case now, an active that it may very well go to trial. If there's nothing here that's going to be a plea agreement, then I can understand her not talking a lot. But if there is a plea agreement in the works and so forth, and I wish they would give us what information they could to keep the public informed, because everybody fell in love with that little boy, and we all want to see what's going on with them.
She said she didn't hear a coffee pot.
Oh, great! I'm glad.
Thanks. Thanks, Polly, from next door.
Yeah, because the way it sounded, there's all kinds of sounds that it could imitate
Mhm.
from that distance. But
Yeah. Dreamer said she couldn't hear. Dreamer said they couldn't hear the coffee pot.
okay, well, we're glad of that. I didn't know where they cut
Yeah.
the mic cut off, or
Yeah. With our luck, you never know. We're
Yeah.
not good with this stuff.
we're like a
Anything
box
can
of
happen.
chocolates. You
Yeah.
never know what you're going to get. Guys, we
That's
don't have a
what
whole
you
lot.
are.
We just wanted to come on and
Mhm.
give the update that I thought that she had maybe filed an information against these 2. She didn't. She actually convened a grand jury. The Kentucky State Police detective, I forget his name, but he went before the grand jury, presented the evidence to them.
Mm.
The bad thing about not having a preliminary is we don't get to hear
Yeah.
the probable cause. In a preliminary, we could have heard a little bit of what the detective had, what he found, what led him here, what led him there, and that would be interesting to all of us. But the bottom line is that there's an indictment. Jayden has been recovered,
Yes. Thank the Lord.
going to have a proper burial, thanks to the local funeral home there that's taken that, and somebody else has donated a
Designed.
casket,
Mhm.
and little Spider-Man. He was a Spider-Man fan,
Yeah.
and
Candy said WKYT just said the autopsy report would be coming out in the next few weeks.
oh yeah,
So
we kind of figured that when you're talking toxicology. Now, if it'd been, and it still could be, don't let me. I'm bad to put my foot in my mouth but if it's something like head injury or gunshot or things like that, they can determine that right off. But where she stated that she had given them too much medicine, overdosed them,
hmm
then toxicology sometimes can take several days for them to get done. But I can't wait. Like Sheila, we've
yeah.
talked, Sheila especially, Sheila's waiting on that autopsy.
See what they say. Dreamer said, "Do we know who the witnesses are that they're talking about?"
They said the three mothers. I think that was the aunts.
Yeah.
I don't know that they were witnesses. Is that what it said, witnesses, or it just said three local mothers, the Breathitt County mothers were there. I don't know that they
They.
testified before the grand jury.
Oh, I assumed they were talking about the children that they were tampered with.
Oh,
That
and that
they
could
were,
be.
you know what I'm saying when they said they tampered.
In the beginning,
witness
we
tampered.
heard, and guys, we like everybody else, we follow the news or YouTube, and in the beginning, we heard that there was three kids there. Well, they told us that day while we were talking to them when we asked,
Mm-hmm.
who else besides you two? Was there anybody else can substantiate that Jayden was here that night and alive besides you two? Because we knew what they were saying. Because, and we used, you can hear it on that tape a little bit. We talk about YouTube. We said people on YouTube want to know. Some people are saying he could have been gone for a week before you ever reported him.
Yeah.
And they both said the children. So
The three boys. They have three boys, I think, between them. Felicia and Joshua do.
I don't remember what they said. I just remember them saying
Well,
children.
I was doing some research.
Oh, well, okay. But yeah, but we're talking about what was said to us that day, and they just said the children, if I remember right.
Yeah,
The children was
yes.
there.
Yes.
I read later on, and Sheila even, like she said, there was three, but there's 2 counts of tampering with evidence, or I think that's the same charge for intimidating a witness or coercion a witness. And we're really happy about the indictments. We're happy about optimistic. Thank you, babe.
Yeah. Yeah.
About the charges been upgraded. We felt, as Manny did, that in the beginning it'd been nice to have the murder charge, and that frightened us a little bit because we thought they was going to get off. And Sheila and I, we don't know how to say it, but we knew.
Yeah.
We knew, just like a lot of people knew. A lot of people felt in their heart, but feeling it and actually seeing somebody's face or their body language or the guilt is a little bit different.
Katrina said the dates on the indictment is July 27th to August the 6th.
Well, and what date? Oh, I'll tell you what that is. Problem. I'm gonna speculate here.
Okay.
But they may not be telling the truth. Again, some of you YouTubers, and especially Sheila, when she was asking who else was there, who knew that he was there, how do we know that he disappeared on, was it the 5th or the 6th? Well, see, if they're taking it back to July the 27th, that means to us that the medical examiner has determined the time of death could be as far back as the 27th. Is that possible? Or is it possible that, guys, we talk hypothetical.
Yes.
Help us here. Thanks for the memos that you're putting in there. But could it be that that is one of those three witnesses, three people? Maybe that's the last time any of those people saw Jayden. Maybe it went back to the 27th, the last time we saw him, and they just automatically.
Wow.
It's going to be an interesting case. Hello from Tennessee. Yeah. Yeah, Tennessee. Anytime you hear something like this, always rings a bell with little Sebastian.
Yes.
But thank the Lord that Jayden was recovered, given a proper burial, and those responsible are going to be held accountable. That's not the way it always happens.
Yep.
Sad but true.
Well, we can just keep when we have other reports. We'll be on here reporting it for you as fast as we can.
Well, we don't do live that much.
No.
Sheila edits and does things like that, adds photos, or we try to. I'm so bad to put my foot in my mouth.
I am too.
No, you ain't. You're good.
God is good for Michigan.
Yes, he is. Yeah, God's good everywhere, Michigan. I know that's not what you meant, but Ever who was from Michigan.
Yeah, Cheryl.
Yes,
She's saying
he
God
is.
is good from
This is
she's from
this
Michigan.
is God. God's got a hand in this. It's sad. But guys, I got news for you. There ain't none of us getting out of here alive. There ain't none of us getting out of here alive. It don't matter that we're going one day or how we go. It matters where we end up at after we leave. So think about that. Think about that.
They do have to answer to the God, Southern Girl. You got that
Yeah,
right.
and it says obey the law of the land. Now they're going to answer for their crime. Now,
Mhm.
unlike others, these two are going to answer. Miss King is going to hold them
Accountable.
accountable. Thanks.
And they should, rightly so.
But when they're held accountable, somebody was talking about somebody a while ago on another Facebook, and they said this person did this person did that.
Hmm.
Guys, I don't care what people does. It's when they serve their time, they're held accountable, then they start out fresh. This was nothing like this case. This was not a homicide case, but somebody had done something and had
Hmm.
was held responsible for. And when that person is served out, whatever the sentence that was given, then
Hmm.
they're like anybody else. We can't hold things against people. That's up to God to judge them. But
Judge not, lest you be
on
judged.
this case here, this is a very. We're hoping that other people other children that's been missing in the past or are still missing,
Yeah.
that people step forward and say, hey, time to,
Right or wrong. Yeah.
if they were kidnapped, if they were abused, if they were actually given medicine to, and something happened, something went wrong, and then so there's other cases. Again,
Yeah.
that you can see right now why we don't do live,
Yeah.
because I'm biting at the tongue to say something, but I can't
And I
say it
can't
because
edit it on live.
there's no proof of what I'm thinking, and we certainly don't want to slander or
Yeah.
everybody's innocent until proven guilty or charged. And but I wish people would seriously think about things, and if they've done anything, and to step forward and say, hey, it's time to be held accountable. Because believe it or not, people do watch our channel. People do. We've made contact with people through the last couple of years, and we know people make mistakes, but sometimes they got to be held accountable.
That's right. That's right.
When the autopsy report will come out, somebody said a while ago that it's going to be.
A few weeks.
I don't think it'll be a that long. It may be that long on the toxicology. I think guys. I think it's all left up to Miss King, and as a mother, and knowing how inquisitive people are
Uh-huh.
on this case, I'm hoping that she holds a press conference every now and then and says, here's where we're at.
That would be nice.
Here's what we got. She don't have to give us the whole case, but she could give us enough to let everybody know, here's what happened. And
We need to go to California and
yeah,
help find
that
Emmanuel.
case in California, we believe, is just like this case here.
Yeah.
Sheila and I didn't even join in here for 6 days because we sat here and thought, we're not going to find Jayden's remains. Jayden is probably no longer with us. We're not going to find them because we felt that the parents had involvement, were responsible, or at least knew what happened.
Thank you, Miss Teresa.
And we didn't even join in on people. People was texting, people was calling, and especially on a Facebook page, they were saying, Fred and Sheila, won't you get involved and all this and that? And we did. We looked for, I know it's weird. I know people thinks, but we look for leads. We got to feel something. And when everything starts coming together, um, it comes together. We had, we actually probably I hate to go in personal stuff. We're on fixed income now. Like I said, I'm older and Social Security. Huh? And she's retired. You're not old.
Oh, no, I was talking to Teresa. I was sending
Oh,
her a little message
but
there.
we actually didn't have the gas money to go the last couple of days that we thought about going. And then I had canceled. Well, I have a motorcycle and never thought we'd give up riding, but with
Yeah.
back surgery, it's over. It's done. So I canceled the insurance on the motorcycle, gave the motorcycle to our son, and we got a refund check on that motorcycle insurance for a year's premium, which got 2 tanks of gas, and we took off. That's what we did.
Yep, we went up there
And
Monday, and then we went back on
so when you
Wednesday.
put all that together, it wasn't just a check. We were so happy, and that's our gas money. That's our and then the text we would get and certain things that would happen, it would just fall into place. And then when everything we got there and found the clothes, we were going to go one way, it sent us another way.
Exactly.
And the way that it sent us made us happen to be there when they came home. What's the chances of us, instead of being up in the holler behind their house, not seeing them or not knowing they were there,
Mm-hmm.
we were sitting there watching their house when they pulled up. If you don't think that's divine intervention, we don't know
He
what is, because
always works it out.
we do. We know it. When things happen with us and we're doing stuff like that, we know what it. And then again, like Sebastian,
Yeah.
we go on that and nothing
We
happened.
looked and looked and
We
looked.
looked and looked, nothing happened. We
No.
talked to Mr.
Proudfoot.
Proudfoot and wanted to set up an appointment for him and Katie.
Mm-hmm.
And
It
it seemed like it was going to work out. He said he would check with her and
Mm-hmm.
get back with us. And he never did. It seems like I text him back and I can't remember now. We got videos on it when it happened then. You can tell I don't have a good memory, because that's why I thank her all the time. She's always helping me out when she knows I'm
Good
getting
team.
stuck. So,
Thank you.
guys, for any of you that's just joining, we don't have anything you probably haven't already heard, except that Miss Miranda King, the Commonwealth Attorney in Breathitt County, along with a couple other counties. She's the Commonwealth Attorney there for 3 different counties.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she convened a grand jury this morning. The grand jury listened to the Kentucky State Police detective present the case to them on what they had. And they have indicted not only Felicia for murder, but Josh for complicity to commit murder. Now, murder requires some intent. It requires intent. In Kentucky, you've got wantonly, knowingly, intentionally, and I think it's recklessly. I've been
Okay.
retired 7 years.
Okay.
But for each crime, that's one of the elements, at least one of them, for each manslaughter, 1, 2, reckless, homicide, whatever it might be. Murder is unmistakable. Murder requires intent. You had to intend to, I shouldn't say that word on here so much, should I? You had to intend to de-life somebody.
Yeah.
You had to intend to de-life them.
Yeah.
So there's something in this autopsy that we feel, or in testimony somewhere, where it proves that they intended to de-life. And even him, he's charged with complicity, which means he conspired. He's in with her on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what happened? I don't think, unless they intentionally, I don't think it's meds. I've never thought it was meds.
Okay.
I think somebody lost their temper and harmed the boy. That's
Very
what I think. That's my
Mhm.
personal feeling. That's my
Mhm.
opinion. I could be wrong
Well, from the things that we've been told and people have told us
about tempers, about
mm-hmm.
other things. That's why we
Mhm.
made the video on, and they may be nothing to that video as far as the eye, the jaw,
Yeah, right.
but it sure looks like it to us. And then with other people telling us, we've talked to a lot of people.
Yeah. What was the other
Police
thing?
probably found evidence in the truck was used to move the body and may have found stepfather's. Anything's possible.
Anything.
Anything is possible.
We're trying to read your all's remarks too, guys.
Anything is
So you don't have to
possible.
either.
It,
Somebody
it
agrees with
takes
you.
police work, but now that the police
Mhm.
work is over, the investigation, now it's time for the prosecutor. And sometimes you got to look because some prosecutors will take the easy road and they'll take the let's plead this, let's plead that. Guys, I'm going to tell you with this uh, mother prosecutor, Sheila named her super mom or something.
Yeah. Hey, she's fighting for that baby.
And we think that they're going to. I knew when you went there to search and stir the pot like you did with the couch guy that you would. Thank you.
Oh,
That's sweet of you. It ain't us, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's good to hear. But
we appreciate that.
give the credit to God because that's God.
There you
That
go.
ain't me and Sheila don't know no more when we didn't even know where we was. We had to use GPS to find the place. How could we do anything? You go from somewhere that you don't even know where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you want to know the confusing part or the faith part is when we follow those two little footprints. And if there's anybody out there that has searched that side of the hill, then maybe they can fill us in and say, I was up there.
Mm-hmm.
I was up. We didn't see but one set. They may have been prints all over that hill, but we didn't see them.
Right.
We followed one set of prints up there so high, we
Yeah.
stopped.
Yep.
Well, we stopped many times. We were
Well, out of
dead.
breath and old.
And the prints disappeared.
Yeah,
It was
they
like
just
they just, and we didn't. That's what we don't do. We didn't even question it. When we didn't think about it till we got back, and
mm-hmm.
we didn't really question and say, "What happened? Where they at?" We looked around some dead trees that was laying on the ground, make sure there was nothing laying behind them, and we come back off. And we got down there, and I sat down waiting on Sheila. I said, "Let's sit here a minute and watch see if anybody comes out of the house," because the red car was there. Nobody had ever mentioned a gray truck or tan truck. And then when it pulled up, it was like it was just meant to be. It was, you can hear us there. Look at us. We're in behind cover or concealment. Covers when you got something to protect you from bullets. Concealment is when you're hid. There's two things, cover and concealment. But we're concealed, or we thought we were. We wasn't trying to be concealed. We didn't care, but
Mm-hmm.
you can see the trees in front of us, and you can see him pointing. And I said, "Is he pointing at us? He sees us." And I'm thinking, he can't see us. We're behind these leaves and branches. And he keeps pointing like, and that's when I hollered and said, "Hey, Josh." And we, again, that's why did we do that? Why did we holler out, "Hey, Josh"? We don't know. Good Lord.
Just
The
it
good
was
Lord.
just yeah.
And then we were nice.
Yeah.
We were nice. Again, some people says, "Oh, you are so nice. You were so nice to him." I wouldn't have been nice to them saying nice to meet you. Yeah. If I'd hollered out and said, "Did you kill your baby?" I
They
don't
would have
think they
clammed up.
I don't think they would have talked to us.
They would have been on the defense and would have went straight inside. So you got to do it at a different approach, and that's what we did.
I wasn't surprised they saw you two sitting behind the tree. I don't know. If you would have seen from the front looking
Yeah.
toward us, you might have been surprised because after we got back down to the road, sometimes the camera's not always on, guys. We have time to talk and say things when the camera's, and we're looking up back up there where we was, and Sheila and I are asking each other,
Mm-hmm.
how did he see us? And one of us said, did he see us? Was he just pointing at our vehicle? Was he just pointing that we're up in the hill?
Right.
We
Right.
don't know. We
But,
may never know.
but
Maybe
we were
someday.
up there a little ways up, and we did have foliage around us. So who knows? We love
Yeah,
you too, Misty.
very possible. And it may have, Bobby, it may have been meant for him to see us. God may have put that in motion. We
Yeah.
may have thought we're hid. We're even whispering. He couldn't hear us. We was whispering. Why we was whispering, I don't know. Because he's way too far to hear us.
Right. That's right.
But maybe that's what God put in motion there for him to see us.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, we went back down after they left and we come back to the vehicle the second time.
Mm-hmm.
We looked up there and we're questioning how in the world
Right.
we don't think he saw us.
I don't think there were any cameras there, Candy.
No.
That we could. I mean, we didn't
No, there's no
look.
cameras.
You have to have the internet.
Guys, what do you all
Good
think about
internet.
that Bible verse? What do you think about those two Bible verses?
Yeah.
Do you put that the Christians out there, the people, the believers in our Lord and Savior? you find 2 Bible verses, and one of them says, "Seek, and ye shall find." Of all Bible verses that's out there. Now, thank you guys, because somebody sent me 1 Timothy 1-15,
Okay.
where Apostle Paul was talking about Jesus, talking about sinners. And because I'm always telling Sheila, I said, "Oh, I'm such a sinner. I'm such a failure. I'm such a disgrace. Because I fail so much.
Everybody
I
does,
get
baby.
mad. I got a temper, not as bad as I used to have, and I say things and I think I've messed up." And Sheila says, "No, we all stumble. We all fail." And somebody sent me a verse, and it said, Paul said, and Paul's one of my favorite characters in the Bible, Paul, who used to be Saul. And he says, "We're all sinners, and I'm the chief of them." Well, I would say that was me, but if Paul wants that title, I'll let him keep it. But that's something
God
that was
is
a sweet.
good.
Ever who sent us that verse, that was sweet of you. And somebody sent the other verse that I couldn't read on the broken
Yeah.
window, and that was sweet of you. It was
Yeah.
Jeremiah, I believe it was, something like that, but I got it wrote down.
Oh,
You were that Fred.
we
No
are
more sent
human.
you.
We are human.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I'm doing better. You guys really helped me. I see things on there, that comments, and I'm up all the time with my back. I have a lot of back pain, and so I don't sleep 2 or 3 hours a night, and I'm up Facebook or something, and read a lot of.
Thank you, butterflies. You're sweet for
You're right.
saying
Ever
it.
who said Sheila's sweet, that's the little angel there,
I
and
try.
she's somebody was asking the other day, how long y'all been together, guys? We've been married 40 years.
Yep.
40 years, and
Doesn't seem like it, does it?
according to what day you ask, I guess it ain't long enough. We're gonna go 40 more, but
Lord's will, yeah.
yeah, Lord's
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
Guys, we're just looking here to see if anybody's got anything else. There's no need in keeping anybody. If you got any questions or something, and maybe we're missing, maybe you are asking questions. I got bad vision, and I can barely see that writing.
Sure. Shelley says we can't trust regular news.
I met you in Houstonville in the trailer park when when my neighbor broke in my trailer. I was in it. I wasn't, guys. I can't remember what I did yesterday. So,
50. With the
but
150 and Mustang, 3 Mustangs. Do you
I
remember that one?
I remember a lot of Mustangs in my career.
Is that Donita? Danita? Thank you.
Sheila, yeah, that's true.
I'm over 40, but
That's true.
thanks.
You know, she used to look even younger, of course, when she was younger. But with me and her married, and especially with a beard, and I've been rode hard and put up with. I've took the blunt of the. But Sheila is now. I'm 7 years older than Sheila. Also,
Right.
yeah, I'm 7 years older than Sheila.
Right.
But Sheila's always looked young, and we go places, and somebody say, "Now, is this your daughter?" So you talk about embarrassing, but
Sorry.
no, that's okay. She's not my daughter.
We don't know where the children will go. Do you have any idea where the 3
No,
children
I
will
would
go?
say the 2 aunts or 3 aunts, whatever there is. I would say the rest of the family, they'll go to them first, seems like. And Sheila's a doll.
Yeah.
Yes, she is. Shelly, thank you.
Where are they now?
We don't know.
Honestly, we don't know. Woohoo! I like that ice and fire.
Yeah, I believe that. Now listen, ice and fire, we're not supposed. Sheila does look 30, but Fred looks Fred
We
looks
do have
closer to
children.
his
We have
age.
2.
So
We have 2 children, yes.
yeah, 2 children. How old are you, Fred? How old is Sheila? You're good people. I'm 67 and Sheila is
60.
60.
Ooh.
I feel like 80 and Sheila feels like 15.
Did that lady have 8 children for sure? I don't know about 8.
Don't know.
I've seen 6, a total of 6, but I'm not sure about 8. From what I can understand, and then again, it could be wrong, but what I've seen, it was Jayden and 2 sisters who had the last name of Spicer. And then she also had 3 boys with the last name of Gross. So, I'm not sure, though.
Wonder why they have arrested Josh due to the autopsy linked to Josh. I wonder if they have. Yeah, somebody said they arrested. Now, it doesn't make it true, but somebody wrote us and told us they arrested Josh
Mhm.
at the dollar store and confiscated his truck. So, I read also where him and her both charged with $1 million bond,
Yes,
cash bond. So,
I don't know Travis Decker. I don't know who that is.
guys, we're going to call it. We're going to get off of here. You got anything?
No, we just thought we would jump on and
Fred, I
say,
have a question. Would you consider moving to London or no?
"Oh,
No, somebody had wrote me a text earlier and I wrote a big long response back and then I said, now be nice. Because that's what Sheila would tell me. Sheila was actually editing a video or something and I told myself, be nice. And I deleted it. But
good job, babe."
I'm going to tell you, London, Kentucky's one of the prettiest places and one of the convenient right there close to Lexington, close to the interstate. It's we go through London. We have to go to London to get home to Pike
Right.
County, our home place.
Right.
We love London, Kentucky. It's a shame that London is going through what they're going through right now. Politics is a bad thing now. I know that it's bad what happened to Josh, or not Josh, but Doug Harless.
Yes.
And I wish they would. I think if they'll ever get that settled and report to the people and it comes about, and Mr. Steele up there, the Commonwealth Attorney, I've got faith in him. I think just from watching him, I mean, I think hopefully he's going to do the right thing when it's time to present it to the grand jury and all that and let the chips fall where they may. But when that Doug Harless case is over with, I think things will start coming together a little bit more. We don't know the mayor. We don't know the people that's into it with the mayor. We know he put up a $10,000 reward out of his own personal pocket
Mhm.
on the Josh. Thank you, Billy.
Thank you very much.
We know that he put up a cash reward to help get solve the case on the 75 shooter, and that wasn't even in his city. That's out of the city limits, and he did that.
Yeah.
Now, guys, you don't just go around and give away $10,000 if you don't like your community or you don't. So I don't know what and all's going on there, but I wish that the people we got Putin and Lazinski getting ready to
Yeah.
meet.
Maybe come
If
to a
if
ceasefire
if
or
those two
whatever.
can do it, surely the people that's got a problem with the mayor could sit down with the mayor in that great old big room. Sheila and I was in that room. That's actually where they hold their council meetings. That's where he presented us with our check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meet in that room, get some lunch and dinner. Mayor set up a dinner there. Have them all come there and sit down and talk to each other. Sometimes just talking and conversating, we don't have to hate each other,
Right.
but somebody's got to make the first move. Maybe there's some ministers in that community that could say, hey, uh, I know there's one fella in particular that has a issue and all this and that. And I feel you, baby. I'm not going to say,
Okay.
I'm not saying nothing bad about him. I don't
Okay.
know.
That-
I don't
just-
know enough about it to get involved, but I'm saying that there's got to be London, Kentucky is a beautiful place
It is.
and great people. We go there to the flea market. We stop and eat there when we go through to Pike County.
Mhm.
We love London. Waffle House. We don't go through London without stopping at the Waffle House. We think that there's a solution to that if somebody, instead of agging it on, everybody would come together and say, hey, let's have a meeting and let's see what we can do here and let's start getting along better. If if it's over the positions, if you want somebody's position, no problem. Let it run its course. Next election, file and run for that position. If somebody's done something wrong, then you do what you got to do. But if it's petty or we're just trying to be political, and I'm not taking up for people because I have a feeling that some of their friends is probably a different party than us. But politics has to have its limits.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cheryl wants to know, are we gonna go try to go to the funeral of Jayden?
No, No, we're not, guys. We're
We're-
still. In fact, you can't see my other arm here, but I'm down there scratching my leg as you asked that. We're still eat up with turkey mites and even poison ivy. Poor little Sheila's got poison ivy.
Our poor little dog has poison ivy.
We're not going, and one of the reasons why is that. The other one is we're YouTubers now, and if we go, people are going to think, "Oh, look at here, they're just trying to make a video.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just trying to get clicks or views." And that's his day.
We don't want to take away from nothing.
That's his moment.
Yeah,
That's
it's all right.
his. You guys go and celebrate his what little life he had
Yeah.
and him,
I love him.
and that'd be good with us. We didn't we done all we can do. He's in God's hands now.
Where are your mom?
Oh, sure, they'll still stand before God, of course, even if they
Yeah.
serve time. We're all going to be held accountable.
Oh yeah.
I'm real. I can't point fingers, guys.
No,
That's up to God. If I keep
That's right.
myself
that's right.
lined out, I'm glad they're brought to justice here on earth. That's the sad part, is when you see people actually do something and get away with it. And that's, at least they're going to be held accountable now.
Judy, Liberty does still have the largest apple pie. Let's see. We're trying to read everything.
It's true what her mother said. If child died from sleeping medication, if she called for help, would they put her in jail? Do you think it was
Fear. Do you think she hid the body over fear?
Of course. Of course. I mean, I think she may have, that doesn't mean that she medicated them. That doesn't mean they didn't get mad. I'm speculating.
There you
But,
go.
an autistic child, an ADHD child can get on parents' nerves, I'm sure. I'm sure. But the thing about them, you're not going to out argue. I used to go we had one there in town, and I'd tell the mother I ain't going to put that out there, because that may be a defense for somebody else. So let's leave that alone. But I had dealings with one there in town where I was the policeman regularly, and I would go there, and you're not going to out argue. You're not going to out wrestle. You're not going to out you've got kindness.
You've got
Sheila
to
could
be
do
soft
more.
spoken, very calm.
The louder they
and
get,
yeah.
the lower Sheila goes.
Yeah. You just
Some
gotta-
people can do it.
yeah.
Some people can't. Some
Yeah.
people, and then some people, maybe we heard all kinds of things. It's like when we went to Letcher County, Whitesburg. We talked to people. We only had one that was on camera for us, but a lot of people talked to us, and they told us all these different stories on the judge, on Mickey Steins, on both of them together.
Mhm.
Who do you believe? What do you believe? And same way with this. We went up there the other day. It's funny, Sheila and I, we get recognized. We were looking around trying to find, is it Shirley? Is that her name? Shirley, his grandmother.
Shirley Faye. Yeah. Johnson.
Shirley's grave
the
on
grandmother,
Hall's
great-grandmother.
Branch.
Mhm.
We run into some people, nice people.
Yeah.
And they told us some things, and a lot of people talk to us. A lot of people tell us things. We try to keep it confidential unless they want us to tell or something. The one boy, Sean, he helped us and was very kind to us, and he wanted to be in the video or be mentioned, and we mentioned them, and we'll do it.
Yeah.
We're like McDonald's. You can have it your way, but we just want the information. But people's given us all kinds of information. You want an interesting story, and we don't have enough to put it out there, but for some of them other YouTubers out there, is who was Jayden's real father? Where's he at? Now, we were told, and we were given pictures, but we have no proof of that. We have no DNA. We have nothing else that other than these people telling us. So we don't want to put that out there. But if that's so, then we've said it before. He was poor little boy.
Cards was stacked.
Cards were stacked. Maybe, cards are stacked in our life the way we looked at it. Maybe that was the way it was planned. Maybe this is the way that Jesus is getting
Letting him have
attention.
rest.
How many times would we be on here talking about God or giving God the glory for finding Jayden.
Yeah.
Jayden's deceased, but look at us, how happy, because people could still be out there looking for him, and he could still be out there with nowhere near the attention that hopefully that little boy will get Thursday. He may not have got it while he was here, but if he's looking down or something, he'll realize that people did love him. He just happened to have
Yeah.
two that didn't.
Yeah, bless his heart. Alex, I think it says, I'm the mother of a level 3 nonverbal autistic daughter, and my heart truly goes out, breaks for Jayden.
No, they did not, Debbie, bury Jayden. Oh, I'm sorry. Now you may be asking, are they going to bury? Are they going to bury Jayden with his grandmother? From what we understand, they're supposed to bury him at
At the foot of her.
same cemetery.
Mhm.
But if you're asking, is that where they found him? No. Some
Right.
people misunderstood, and there was a rumor going around that he was buried at his grandmother's grave on top of her, and that's simply not true. He was buried. There was a cemetery up above him and another cemetery across the road at
Mhm.
Joe Little Road, but
Mhm.
he wasn't buried on a cemetery at all. He was buried at a wood line in that field at the back of what used to be a cornfield there
Mhm.
on Canoe across from Joe Little Road.
Hello. Um, we had stated this earlier, but no, we're not going to the funeral because we don't want to take away from Jayden and anything that's going on there since we are YouTubers. So let me see what else we got. He is with his grandmother now. Yes. Vicky says we all sin. That's why we repent and ask forgiveness every day. You are correct. I
That's
agree.
correct.
I agree.
That's right. Pray for hard as it is to say right now, and we feel the same way, but you have to pray for people.
Right.
They did some bad things. They're going to have plenty of time to think about it. That's not going to bring Jayden back, but
Yeah. Bless his little heart.
guys, let this if there's anybody out there, anybody, and this is live now, and there's not but 300 people or so, but this will be played hopefully more, and when it is, hopefully if there's one person out there that ever gets in that kind of shape that gets disgusted or wants to go out, somebody, I won't stipulate, but say if a person wanted to go out on the town and they just done something to, don't do it, call somebody. There's plenty of people, you can drop children at fire departments, you can call 911 and say, hey,
Yes.
there's all kinds of things. There's people
Mhm.
that beg for children, so many on
Yes.
our channel that has said
They would have took him.
we would have took them, I would have taken them, and he would have had
That's right.
love, and that's there's
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
don't have to do this. That's why I don't want to
Do you
speculate.
think CPS should be questioned about putting the angel with the devil?
Who?
Don't you think that CPS should be questioned about putting Jayden?
Guys, we've heard several comments there. So
Yeah.
we started out, but we have heard that they may have put him with somebody else, and then somebody else took him to her. I don't know. That's all speculation. That's all rumors. We don't know until we know. And that's why it would be good, and I know she's got her hands full. I know she's got a full plate,
Like,
the prosecutor, the Commonwealth attorney, but that would be nice. They could clear a lot of things up, especially for YouTubers and people I mean, we try to do right. We try to tell what we know. And
right.
if we're speculating, we say we're speculating. If we're using our opinion, but if we're thinking it, probably so is somebody else. But it would be nice to know if social services dropped the ball, because if he was in the system, he will be in the system till he's 18. If you're in the system and you were placed with your grandmother and something happened there, when the grandmother passed away, he would have been brought back into the court system by social services. And these children, they're appointed a guardian, an attorney, somebody to represent them, and they would have said, where do we want to send them to next? And then it would have been done in court. Was he placed with somebody else? in
Oh,
court,
yeah.
and it could be total speculation or rumor, but
Mhm.
several people have said that he was placed with somebody else and somebody else took him back to the mother. If that's true, that wouldn't be on social services,
Yeah.
child protective services. That wouldn't be on them if they
Mhm.
didn't know about it. We don't know that. But
Yeah.
that would be a question that somebody could answer and clear it up. Go
It's
ahead.
strange. I don't know that much about it, but as far as, CPS and stuff, but the if he was in one place and they couldn't keep him, then wouldn't they put him in like
Foster
a
care,
foster
yeah,
care until they could find
of course.
that? But sounds like
But if they
there's some.
think they've placed him with another person, a relative,
Mhm.
and they think that's where he's at, they can't go by every night to check and make sure that this child's where they put him at.
Okay.
If somebody exchanged out after, so we don't know. That's total
Yeah.
speculation. If social services put him back with his mother after her being charged twice before with child endangerment and serving a year one time, actually serving a year in jail is what we understand.
Mhm.
If they put him back with her, then shame on them. And yes, they should be held accountable.
Hi, Jersey girl. Welcome to our channel. Thank you.
But if they put him with somebody else and somebody else took them back to the mother, then that wouldn't be on social services.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that would play hard on somebody if that did happen.
Maybe once they start digging into everything and investigating it always comes out in the wash. So
I
we'll
can't
find
read.
out.
That went by so fast.
What is it,
That's
honey?
okay. But somebody was talking about, I heard Jaden's grandmother had him until she died. From what we understand, Jason's grandmother, Shirley, was in hospice for the last
Mhm.
little bit of her
Yeah.
life.
I think she passed May the 20th.
Okay, go on. I
So
don't really want to mention nobody's names, guys. I didn't see but we don't know.
yeah.
We don't know who people was placed with, if they were or not. But we know that the grandmother, from what we understand, was in hospice and that she was totally concerned about what was going to happen. And no doubt, guys, can you imagine this little boy is special?
Yeah.
He's autistic,
Yeah.
ADHD, whatever,
He's autistic.
autistic. Can you imagine a
Bessie.
death? Children, they don't understand everything like we do anyway. And now all of a sudden he's grew up with this lady and she's gone. He may not have understood death. He may have not slept good. He may have cried a lot. It may be what the circles are for. Um, and he may have got on their nerves. I wish they would have called somebody to
Yes,
come and help them.
exactly. Welcome to our channel. Thank you. I think it says, what is it? Dasana?
Did you say that Bobby, somebody had messaged us and told us that he had been arrested at the dollar store there in Jackson, I imagine, and that they had confiscated his truck also, and that he's also in jail now. That's
Mhm.
what we've been told. Again, now, guys, we're fooling with YouTube,
Yeah.
and you're fooling with YouTube. Sheila and I speculate. I'm not a police officer anymore. We tell you our feelings, what little bit we may know. We speculate on cases or things that may have happened in my career or that I can. What is
Mhm.
it, babe? Go ahead.
I was just laughing at little lamb here. Not to get off the subject, said whenever I meet someone named Hatfield, I always tell them my mother was a McCoy and vice versa.
Well,
It's both.
actually, that's
So
I am both. If you're familiar with the Hatfield McCoy feud, Preacher Ants Hatfield, the cousin to Devil
yeah.
Ants, the mean one. Now, Devil Ants was from West Virginia. He's the bad one. He's the one that deserted during the Civil War, murder, and a lot of people made him out to be a hero since, but he wasn't a hero. He was a mean fella. But now my Hatfield family comes from Kentucky. I'm related to the Kentucky Hatfields, what's known as the good Hatfields. Preacher Ants Hatfield's daughter, Nancy Hatfield, married Asa McCoy. That's my two great grandparents, Asa McCoy and Nancy Hatfield. Preacher Ance Hatfield's the one that presided over one of the pig trials where the Hatfields stole the McCoy pig. So I'm Hatfield and McCoy. I just happen to have the McCoy surname. And my mother had a collection. My mother had a collection of Hatfield McCoy things they collected all their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And the family's got them now. We actually live in the museum in a little apartment here. Museums in the building, and the families, after mother passed away, the family couldn't figure out what to do with the collection because everybody's lost interest. After mother passed away, it's sad. We just don't, it's too sad to fool with. So I think they've decided to sell the artifacts in the museum. So if you've ever wanted a Hatfield McCoy artifact, some of them are authentic. That's been on American Pickers and different shows and different things. And they got a great collection here. But if you go back and look at our Hatfield McCoy videos that Sheila and I make in the family's museum, we try to go in a different area each time. And in fact, I'm going to have a video coming out here in a day or so that we made a few days ago, and I've never put out because we got on this case.
Belinda,
My son
I'm
is
so sorry.
autistic.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
that's what I was reading.
Read it. Go ahead.
Belinda said that her son is autistic and his daddy passed away in 2020. So sorry for your loss. It has been very hard for him. So I can relate to Jayden's headache.
Yeah.
With losing his heartache, excuse me, with losing his grandmother. Yeah. Bless your
Can you
heart.
imagine?
You're
And that's
very
why
special.
that's why Sheila and I was asking, do you think that he may have returned to his grandmother's trailer or house or residence where he came from?
Mm-hmm.
That he got lonely and just took off trying to go home?
Right.
Do you think that he might have went to her grave? That he might have missed her so bad that he just went to the grave? Yeah, we didn't hear of it that much, Bobby. I don't know. It could have to do with many things, I guess, but
Yes. Well, we don't know if Josh was arrested, but he was indicted, right?
who?
Josh.
Yeah, Josh has been indicted, and we think from what people's telling us that he too has been arrested now.
Yeah.
Now you got to remember, Josh told us that day up there when we were talking, we assumed he was talking about both of them.
Yeah.
But evidently Josh must have been talking, or he could have been telling us another fib, as Sheila likes to call it.
Yeah.
He might not have been telling us the truth on that neither, but he told us that he had a lawyer or lawyers, and we assumed that he was talking about him and Felicia both. We heard Felicia in court in her arraignment saying that she wanted a public defender.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So does he have his own attorney?
Yeah.
Or was he just telling us that, oh, my Lanta, I see that.
See, that's what I was laughing at.
Oh, well, go ahead, baby. You comment on. Don't let me talk.
No, I don't want to interrupt, but I'm trying to read.
How are you not going to get a word in if you don't interrupt me? Right, guys?
Cheryl wants to know, are you still using Pam? Or should I say spam?
Yes. Well, we used all the Pam, and now we've got a can of whatever other kind of spray she had there, but definitely helps. We take about 4 showers a day. Hot grease. Scalding, hot, scalding. Boys. Our thermostat, we turned it up on the hot water heater to 135, I believe it is. And we turn that thing up, and little by little, by the time we get out of the shower, it's turned by separate showers. By the time we get out, we're red all over, and that water is turned all the way up to hot.
Oh, okay. So Timothy Hudson said that he was arrested at the dollar store. That's what they're saying. So
well, now we communicated with Timothy at one time on this.
For a little bit, yeah.
And I think he's from over in that area originally. I could be mistaken, guys. We talked to so many, but seems like he said he lives in Casey County. Is that the one that lives in Casey County?
Yes, he said he's right on the border, like of Casey and Adair or something. So he said he didn't know that he lived that close to us. So I thought that was interesting.
Somebody said they're going to send us a link, babe. Can you go back?
Yeah, sorry. This is going a little bit
I'll send you a link to the video show. Oh, great. If you would do that.
Please do.
Rodney.
Katrina.
Yeah,
It's good.
that would be great. Somebody's going to send a link, so we may make a video later on, or you may see it on
Yep.
the news before we ever post it.
Yeah. Someone said, "Are y'all trying to boil yourself?" Hey, at the time, it
Oh,
feels good.
if you've never had
Mm.
I don't want to show it, but if you've
Yeah.
never had turkey mites, and we had them before. Hey, Bobby, here's you a question.
Or Benadryl for itching.
Bobby Atwood's about my age on there. Or anybody on here that's my age, guys. Where was turkey mites at when I was a child? Or Sheila? We stayed in the woods. I can't remember ever getting.
Exactly.
We were talking about this last night, wasn't we?
Yeah, I've never had poison ivy.
She's got it now.
I got it now. Yeah, my first time. And boys, y'all, it is driving me crazy.
When I get poison ivy, I have to go to the doctor. My father used Clorox.
For poison ivy,
Yeah.
we've
Well,
done that.
over there's Clorox wipes. Over here's the whatever.
Jug, Clorox jug.
Well, we done used all the Pam.
Yeah, I know Pam is for cooking spray, but it does kind of help with the itching. So we were desperate.
There's that.
We sprayed.
We're out of Pam now, so that's what the spray is.
Hey, we use what we got on hand, y'all. Disabled daughter. She's 28.
There's our other
God's fault.
lifesaver. We've gone through 3 of them. That's the 3rd one.
Robin, I agree with you. God gave you that child because he knew you would take care of her. Good. I'm glad.
And guys, look, we don't want to leave out. Here I am sitting here itching. We're talking about the condition we're in. Sheila and I were out there for 2 days. We went one day looking for him and talked to the parents, and then we went the next day to film where he was buried at. Imagine the workers, the police, the fire, the rescue,
Yes.
and the other volunteers that were out there for the first 6 days. So I don't want to leave them out or take them for granted, because if we've got what we got, imagine what kind of condition they're in.
Exactly.
And they may not have a YouTube to sit there and tell you about it. So we do. So we feel for them also.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I remember chiggers back in when I was a child, but I don't remember.
She sent me a message.
Or bed bugs. We never. That's another. But back in the old days, who wrote that?
Shelley?
Back in the old days, I can remember my grandmother taking the old feather beds out, and I was a little kid, but hang them on the clothesline, and she would beat them with a big whacker. And maybe that's why nobody had bed bugs back in that day. Good sunny day, they'd put the mattresses out and let them air out. Maybe that took care of them. But
thanks, Bobby. I'll try.
They gave us a prescription, and we got here again.
Yeah, we've got it.
And this right here, they say when the last time he gave it to us, he said, "Now this is for scabies." I don't know what scabies is. I think it's something bad, but he said there's nothing for turkey mites, but this right here is what, and so that's what they gave us for this, whatever that cream is, and it's by prescription only.
Yeah.
And you put that on, leave it for 8 hours, and shower it off, and so forth. But it don't seem to. I think the Pam. Who said the bacon grease?
If it works, you use it. I agree. If it works.
Oh yeah, I pour motor oil on me if I thought it would. Okay. These things are terrible.
Oh, they really are.
Hey, babe.
Okay. What?
Are you looking something up? Take your time.
Miss Grigsby said she sent me the thing. Show me that. She said, I've got it. I'll look at it here in a little bit. Thank you. Let's see what else we got on here. Somebody said tried vinegar, so we have vinegar. So I might
thought about vinegar.
Yeah. Watching from Portland, Maine. Hello.
Yeah, thank all you guys. We've got a lot of
new
subscribers lately. Sheila has, and
Canada. And what was the one today? Was it Philippines? Or?
Dr. True Love. I remember reading posts from them. My son has been on a feeding tube.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Wow. I think that's the one that wrote me the other day. And
what about the stuff in the plastic bag? We the clothes.
Never heard a thing, guys.
Mm-mm.
Thank you. Who brought that up?
Mom.
Thanks,
225.
because that's interesting to us, and that could be handled so easily, and could have been handled so easily, and that's why I get so. I know sometimes people says, "Why is he so down on this or that?" But and I know we're nobody, but
Right.
would it have been so hard? You all heard the phone call where I called dispatch, and he said, "I'll have them call you back." Would it have been so hard just to call back and said, "Hey, that's a search bag. That's a this. That's that," and we'd be done with it. All of us wouldn't be speculating right now or talking about it. We still don't know what it is. Somebody wrote us yesterday and said they went by there and said the bag was still there.
Yeah.
Some people says it was a search bag. Guys, if it's a search bag, would it be right there in front of their house? Would you use the same search bag for all the dogs to put their
Right.
scent on? And would it be right there in front of their house where they could go out there and throw Clorox swabs in it, where they could go out there and throw another child's clothing in it, where they could, let's say that he did wander off or that he was around there somewhere buried. Could they not have contaminated that?
Yeah.
So no, we haven't heard a thing. They haven't told us a thing. And
Yeah. Somebody told us about bacon
not that
grease.
they
and
have
I
to.
did. Yeah.
But it would have been nice to know. And then that way, for the last 4 or 5 videos that we made, where that's come up at, and all the comments on these, it could have been cleared up. They could have said, "Oh
Yeah.
no, that was just a." Because see, we thought Josh was fibbing. We caught Josh and Felicia in several fibs on truce,
Yes.
and we just thought that was why we called the state police. We thought that was so unusual for him to say, "Oh yeah, the police put that there," because was they thinking, and not that we're claiming to be any smart people, but was he thinking maybe that they won't know? I'll just tell them the police put it there. They'll never check on it. Well, the first thing we did was call the police,
Really?
and I don't know. At least the police would know whether they were fibbing about that or not. They could watch the videos and see that.
Someone said scabies
I
is a
have heard of
mite.
chicken mites.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bird mites, and I've
Yeah.
heard of that, but I don't know if that's the same thing or not.
Only heard.
But anyway,
It's pretty good. Aveeno.
bacon
Yeah.
grease and salt mixture. My mom, wow.
Oh, we didn't put salt in it. We just put
You wouldn't
regular
believe
bacon
the other night
grease.
we thought, you know, you never know who'd listen to on YouTube, and we thought when somebody had wrote us and said use bacon grease.
Mhm.
I told Sheila said, "You want to try it?" And I said, "Babe, that's somebody pulling our leg. They're making it funny. That's going to be a joke. They're wanting to see if we'd actually try it."
Yeah.
And we're sitting there and we're itching so bad.
Desperate.
I said, "Yeah, go ahead and try it," because I'm thinking, well, at least I'll get some bacon out of it.
You'll get
That
it.
way, at least
See bacon.
at least we'll get some bacon. I'm thinking, so now I'm using it for an excuse for her to go in the middle of the day and make me some bacon. So she brings me the bacon and the grease cools down. I went over and dipped a paper towel in that grease, that warm grease, and I thought I'd died and gone to heaven. I'll tell you, that was the most relief we got one
Mhm. Mhm.
that bacon grease.
I forget her name. Uh, the woman who killed her mom.
Not heard anything on that case.
No.
I figure
Yeah.
she's gone, guys. There wouldn't be no psych evaluation needed on that case. She's probably at Eastern State, I would imagine,
Yeah.
without a doubt. What
Yeah.
was her name? We did videos on her.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. It
And
running through my head, but I cannot think of her name. She was an actress there for a while. She had a
yeah,
couple
Sheila
movies.
posted the
Yeah.
movies that she was in. We did
Yeah.
several videos,
Hello, Washington State.
and that was a sad case.
Yeah.
And
Talia. Talina.
yeah,
Talina or something's her name. It was.
I don't know.
Well, thank you.
Ontario, Canada. Thank you.
Hi. Welcome to our channel.
No, Diana, you guys are the blessing, because
Yes.
Sheila and I, we just do this we started out doing Hatfield McCoy feud history, correcting stories that had been told over the years, using documentation, Civil War, muster rolls, and different things. We was proving a lot of myths wrong, and then it evolved into this. And it turned out that you guys are the blessing. Again, I say things and then I'll read some comments or something, and it's like,
You guys are just
yeah.
amazing. Thank you all for being so good to us. We couldn't do any of this without you all. You all are
Well, it wouldn't be any fun. Like
Right.
somebody said, you just do it for the clicks. Of course
right.
we do. Who would want to make a video and think that nobody's going to watch it? So it tickles us when we see a lot of views on it. Some people think, well, it's for YouTube money. We don't make gas money on YouTube for getting out here and running around and the places we go sometimes. In some of our past videos, or when they had the storm up in London and different places,
Right.
we both had Hummers at one time. We liked them without snow, and
Being able to
we
go,
traded.
yeah.
Sheila used to have another vehicle, and we traded for but those things are gas guzzlers. We finally
Yeah.
traded mine to that bus that we want to use to travel in to make videos, but
Once we get it,
we got some
up and going.
mechanical things with it now. We've got to wait till we got to fix it later on.
True Love, I would say he is special. I agree.
What is it?
Dr. True Love said he's special to me. Her son.
Oh, of
Sure
course,
he
dear.
is.
We wish you had
Bless his heart.
we wish you had Sebastian and Jayden.
Yeah.
I know that'd be a handful, but I mean that's what I'm talking about. Somebody like you that
Hello,
would
Tennessee.
appreciate just having a
Yes.
imagine some lonely widower or anybody that would love to have somebody to talk to, and imagine his grandmother that spent time with them and loved them. Look at the pictures back then and look at the pictures now.
Austin Fire said I'll put a link. I put a link. It is a video of Josh being arrested. Thanks.
Put a link. We're in this stuff here. He
Yeah.
can put a link. Okay.
He said in the video, so
Okay.
that's cool. Any word on biological dad?
Yeah, we're not going to. There's been some people wrote 2 or 3
Yeah.
things or sent us 2 or 3 things, so we don't know, but we have an ideal and was told, and we think these people that we talked to in that area knew what they were talking about. We think they gave us a picture of his dad, and if it is his real dad, he's also incarcerated for some
Other
some
things.
pretty bad
Yeah.
things, pretty
Gross.
egregious things. Yeah.
Just awful.
If that's who it is,
Yeah.
again, we don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe some of the relatives will chime in later on, or somebody, and because we know people want to know, we call us
Sure.
busybodies, call us. It's the fact that everybody fell in love with that little boy, and now
Yes.
you're trying to find out what went wrong. I pray the funeral home is overrun with people because that baby boy didn't have anyone
I
that
agree.
loved
I
him
hope
at the
so.
end.
Yeah.
I would go if it wasn't so far away. Yeah, we're all 2.5 hours, 3
Yeah.
hours away ourselves, and it's far for us too. Sheila's had knee surgery. I've had back surgery. We're eat up with these things and poison ivy, and again, if we went, people would assume it was just to make a video, and we don't want that.
Exactly. We're
I hope it's
not about that.
I hope it's packed though. We do.
Hello, Missouri. Glad you're here. You can put clear phenol polish.
We've heard that, but we've got so many of them. We couldn't. We have to get a large bottle, I guess, but it would take forever to put them on all these.
Yeah. We'd have to have
I suffered for
that.
2 weeks. We had them about a month, it seems like, on the last time.
Yeah, I didn't think they.
Joseph Couch, but now we was out in the woods for 7 days. With Joseph Couch, we was there for 7 days, but I don't remember having them this bad. We could have, because they was with us forever. I
think nobody opposes bizarre. I've never heard of any operation doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we asked for. Somebody wrote earlier, we had a bondsman wrote on one, that was on the Mickey Stein's case, somebody fools with bonds, and that was an interesting. We love it when somebody that's got professional backgrounds in certain fields chime in and tell us things, and canine officers especially. We've had 2 or 3 canine people that says if Jayden died in that house and was there more than 45 minutes, the dogs would have alerted to it.
Would have
Now,
detected him.
that is a cadaver dog handler, and
Yeah.
that's what he told us in one of our videos. And another one, that we've had several. We love hearing from people like that can inform us all. Because Sheila made the comment right off the bat, not just in the house. We were talking about the dogs. Did they hit in the house? And that's when Sheila come up with the Fred. What if he wasn't deceased? If the dog didn't hit in the house, what if he wasn't deceased
Mhm.
and they just thought he was? And that's a terrible thought.
Yeah.
And then she asked the other day, she said, I wonder if they run the cadaver dogs through the truck, because we talked to some other people that told us that they actually saw a truck with 2 shovels in the back.
Yep.
And I'm sure the state police have got that by now, because they said they'd talk to the state police. So
Hello, Owsley County. We appreciate it. And Rosie said, as a former dispatcher, we cannot give out information. Sorry, it's up to the law enforcement officer to return calls.
I don't understand that.
When we said that the law enforcement, the guy didn't return our call, the police officer, when we called.
Oh,
people
no,
about
it's
their-
you wouldn't be. Are you a KSP dispatcher?
as a former dispatcher, she said.
No, it wouldn't be up to. I understand that. Was it a girl?
Rosie? Yeah.
Rosie. I understand that, dear, of course. But I'm saying the trooper, sometimes as police officers, will tell dispatch, call that party back and tell them that's a search bag. Call them back and tell them that's trash. That's nothing. Call them back and tell them he didn't have to call us himself. He could have asked the dispatcher to call us back, or somebody could have called. Somebody could have met us. We waited at McDonald's for a long time to see if anybody would come and meet with us, but because we wanted to actually tell them that we had taped the mom and dad talking to us, and that we had found them in several discrepancies in their stories. And we wanted more than anything to tell them how they acted. Did they act like that with you guys?
Yeah.
Were they this nervous? Were they this deceptive when you talked to them?
Yeah. I don't know.
The museum, the museum's not open. We just live. There's a little apartment in the museum. Sheila and I sold our house years ago, and everything we got goes to our grandchildren. And we ain't got nothing. I tell somebody sometimes I say something and somebody say, you're going to get sued. And I say, we ain't got a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out. So good luck with that. But the family museum and it's not open since mother passed away.
Mhm.
We Sheila and I took it on ourselves during the 4th of July or something to open for one day. I think it was just because so many people had asked, and we opened it for one day. We didn't even charge, did we? I don't think we even charged people to come in. It was just there. We just done it to
As a
try.
picture
I
of him
see.
being arrested. Somebody said, Ice and Fire said they sent the video of Josh being arrested and taken out of the cop car.
Well,
So
guys,
let's see.
if you'll remember, and I don't want to toot our own horn. I know I am, but I hate for it to sound like that. But who else? Who else did a video or the news? Who else covered? Where in the world is Josh? What's his last name? Gross. Where in the world is Josh Gross? We did. Sheila and I did, because Sheila and I are sitting here talking and about the mother being arrested and charged, and we're thinking, Josh told us this. Josh told us that. Josh said, and we're saying, he's saying he was there. If he was there, we don't believe she overdosed him. That's just
No.
our thoughts. We think it was worse, but we'll see
Right.
when the autopsy comes back. But even if she overdosed him, he was there when she overdosed him. Even if she did it, he was there when they woke up the next morning, and he's not alive.
Mm-hmm.
So he was there.
And we were told she doesn't drive.
She doesn't drive. We went there, and the ground, no matter where up and down through there, no matter where the spot is, it's hard digging.
Yeah.
And she didn't drag a tote and a young boy in a tote
Right.
and dig a grave. And she didn't do that by herself. We knew that.
Right.
And we knew that from talking to Josh. So we started thinking, where's Josh? Why isn't nobody talking about Josh? Again, nobody has to report in to nobody, but it would have been nice if law enforcement would have said, we're still pursuing other suspects. We're still investigating. We're still,
Yeah.
but they just said the mother's been arrested.
Never
And
did.
that was it.
Yeah. Hello, New York, or not New York,
North Carolina.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hi. Glad you're here. Let's see what else we got here.
Walmart selling bacon fat in a tub.
In a tub. Okay.
Yeah.
We might have to go buy a couple tubs.
Yeah.
Products. Yeah. Good. And a different state. Torlina Field.
Yeah. Who said that? Somebody told you?
Somebody else said
great.
Torlina. Spivey.
Great.
931 said Torlina, and then
Torlina or something like that. You're
Yes.
exactly. That was the name, wasn't it?
yes,
Fields.
and then Bobby Atwell said Field.
Oh yeah, Bob. I see where he said that, but I didn't understand it.
Yeah. We
That's
love y'all
been
too.
5 minutes ago, Bob. I forget. That memory's long gone.
I've got this on slow so that we can control it and try to read some of these because we're missing a lot of it.
Spider-Man casket is beautiful.
Yes. Yes, we seen a
Yes.
picture of that.
Guys, I've never seen anything like that. And that's great. We'll show you
Yeah.
go to the museum. Go to the Hatfield McCoy Museum page and scroll down through there and you'll see a casket. My casket is actually downstairs. I've had mine
Yes.
for a couple years already. I've got a Marine Corps casket. Beautiful. Who goes out and buys their own casket and who does all that? Well, I did. I did that so my wife doesn't have. I've
That's
made funeral arrangements. The easier I can make it on Sheila, the better it's going to be. So,
exactly.
but I've got my casket downstairs and
Wonderful.
it's on the museum page, but it's a Marine Corps casket. Next video she does, we'll post a picture of it on there, but beautiful Marine Corps, black with the Marine Corps insignia on it.
Josh.
But I'm glad he
We're-
got a Spider-Man. That's good.
Yes.
What you gonna say?
Ice and Fire said that he sent the video, but did you send it through text message, email, or on the link here? On the
We'll get it.
yeah.
We'll get it.
Yeah, he is. It's a beautiful his Jayden's casket is beautiful. It's very he loved Spider-Man, evidently so. It's a beautiful casket. Hello, Oklahoma. Thank you for being a new subscriber. We appreciate it.
All right,
Aw,
guys.
thank you, Jersey girl. We appreciate that.
We're slacking off here. There's no need in keeping you guys on here.
Yeah, and just babbling.
We just wanted to touch base that the Commonwealth attorney did convene a grand jury and she's on top of things. And other than that, we'll stay in touch. If you find out anything, just post it in the comments or text us.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna see right quick see
No,
if we
you
missed
take your time,
anybody.
take
I don't
your
want to
time.
leave anybody out.
take your time.
So I'm trying to
I don't want to bore them, but I
thank
don't
you,
guess
Thunder
if they
Horse,
wanted
for
to go, they
welcoming
would
all
go.
the newcomers. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. You are so cool. You are awesome. I'll try to find that that he'd sent, and maybe we can post it in a little bit here of him being arrested.
Not heard anything, Bobby, on the Doug Harless case.
Yeah.
And that's very disheartening. You know, some people or sometimes I get critical of agencies and different things, but they've been that case taking longer than John F. Kennedy case. That's not maybe I don't think I was going to say maybe at the end they can explain and I'll say, well, I'll take that back, but I don't believe they can ever explain taking as long as it has,
Mm-hmm.
unless something's not. I don't. So back to your question. No, we haven't heard anything.
Right.
Let's leave it.
Thankful for the warm welcoming. Aw. Welcome, June. We're glad you're on here. I'm trying to read all of y'all.
Thank you, Vicky. You both said she couldn't do that by herself. Thank you, Vicky. And a lot of things, if you'll go back and watch our video, guys, a lot of people's not seen our live video on the way up there that morning. If you'll go to Hatfield McCoy Museum Adventures, you can't click on videos. Go beside of videos and click on live.
Uh-huh.
Anytime we like this video right here won't show up in our videos. You'll have to go to live
Right.
to see this video we're doing right now.
Mhm.
If you'll click on live, you'll see a video where Sheila and I are on our way to Jackson, Kentucky, Breathitt County. And we talk about the death penalty. We talk about if you see birds, make sure you go investigate. It could be anywhere. It don't have to be there. It could be 4 counties over. We was whatever you want to say, about 4 counties over. We didn't think it'd be 4 counties over, but we knew it didn't have to be exactly right there where they were at. And so it's an interesting video because a lot of the things that we have said in our videos has proven, and that's not Fred and Sheila. That again, that goes back to the good Lord because he puts it on our heart or on our brain to say these things.
Oh my goodness.
What is it, babe?
Thank you.
Who did
Wow, I'm
that?
trying to find it. It just popped up. I hope I don't miss it.
Thank you.
It says in.
Thank you very much. That's real sweet.
Wow. I don't know where it went to. I must have
Oh Lord,
missed
we
it.
got to thank them.
Lord of mercy. I can't find
Take your
it, baby.
time.
In, thank you. You're
Yeah.
very sweet. We
How
appreciate
did
that.
you go by that?
I don't know. It just popped up here, and I don't know where it's at on the feed.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
All we see is a in there
Yeah.
and a donation of $49.99. Thank you, dear.
Thank you so
Sir.
much.
That took care of our gas one way there, so thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't
It's
know where it
okay.
went to.
If we find it, you'll.
Okay, I think I was past there.
It's okay.
Where it went to. Anyway, I'm sorry, but thank
Very
you so
sweet.
much.
Yeah, you may be down below there. You're just now at Tulina Fields.
Yeah. Now they're both in jail.
I'm glad no snakes surprised you.
Yeah.
That's
Me
the
too.
good Lord, guys. Have you ever seen anybody walk through the woods like we do? We did it in Tennessee. We did it in the Daniel Boone National Forest. We did it over there in Eastern Kentucky, and we know we're from Eastern Kentucky. And not get snake bitten. The last day there, we didn't even put our boots on or didn't have our walking sticks.
Yeah.
And what's the chances of getting out there like that and snakes everywhere and not getting bit? We faith. We just knew that the good Lord was with us and he just guarded us and guided us. And you see something?
Thank you, Tickle Pink. Yeah, from what we understand, everybody is using Oh My Lanta now, and that is awesome. I'm glad.
Yeah, what was that the other day? Somebody called and told us they heard it on a football game or something.
No, that Big Brother show or something.
Oh, Big Brother. Yeah.
We don't watch that, but
somebody, and they called and said that somebody on Big Brother had said, "Oh, my Lanta."
Yeah, I know those. And then we've heard that football people, when they're in and talking and stuff, have said it on football games.
Several people has commented to us on.
We hope he didn't suffer either.
They were behind on chat. I'll wait for them to catch up to talk more. We're there. If you had something to say there, we're caught up now.
Yeah.
Baby Emmanuel. Yeah. We have a feeling that they'll find the baby, but it's not going to be Wasn't there a man who stated he heard a kid screaming in a vehicle that drove? I don't know. We haven't heard that.
Heard that one, yeah.
Haven't heard that.
Apple cider. We've
Apple
got some
cider.
vinegar. I'm gonna try that.
Robin Woods heard a baby John
Really?
screaming. Very possible.
Yeah, I don't know. Hello, Manchester.
Jesus' protection over your lives. No doubt. Jesus' name, amen. Agree.
Hello, Northern
Olive.
Kentucky.
Yep. God is great.
Yep. We would be nothing without him.
Are you from Tennessee? No, Sheila and I both are from Eastern Kentucky. Born and raised in Pike County, Kentucky. As far east as you can go, right on the West Virginia border. Mullins. There's Mullins is from Pike County, where we're from. I don't remember any Newmans. Been watching from Rockcastle since couch. You're a precious couple. Please don't listen. Yeah, guys, I don't listen. That when I was talking the other day, I wasn't upset over being talked mean to or this guy insulting. Not again. You can't call me anything in 40 years of law enforcement. I haven't been called.
Right.
It wasn't that. Don't upset me. I don't pay attention to. When I started getting touched was when I mentioned about God, how He's blessed us and led us, and when you feel that Spirit come on you, how and I, for some reason, I think used to be I'm a Marine, and I think crying was something that's. We used to have a preacher. We was talking about him the other day, Brother Watson,
Brother
and
Watson.
used to belong to a motorcycle gang and
Yeah.
become a preacher and all this and that, and just one of the most godly people you've ever met in your life. And he would get up there and cry like a baby. And some of the people in the church, they commented and they'd say, we like him, but he cries too much. And I'm thinking, how can you cry? How much humbler can you get than to show your love for God when he touches you? And that was
Exactly.
even before Sheila worked on me.
Yeah. Let's see. There was something that I was gonna say. Do you think that Felicia and Josh got scared when we talked to them?
Yeah.
It should seem
Oh
like
yeah.
they
Oh
had
yeah.
something to hide.
You would have had to be in there. They I think every lie they told, every fib they told, I think they knew that we knew it. I think that's why she didn't look at Sheila. She looked at Sheila one time and then turned away. And I think I kept saying from mother to mother that she knew as a mother, but somebody else had commented. Now I believe that even more, that she just knew that Sheila was a good Christian woman. And that I think she just felt condemned that she was fibbing like that in front of her. And something wasn't right. I honestly do. We won't know until the prosecutor or the police ever release it or they ever talk about it. But I think we touched a nerve
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
Or the good Lord. I think
There you go. That sounds
the good
better.
Lord through us
Yeah.
said something or did something that really. What you got something to
Said
say?
we make a great team.
Oh,
together.
that's my buddy. That's my running partner.
And sure, I agree. I think we're gonna need some shout to get out all the grease off the furniture and sheets.
Yeah.
Well, it's mostly towels.
We
is
don't
what
even
put
care
things
about that
down.
now. Yeah, we've
Yeah.
got our chairs and everything covered in towels for when we sit down in the lazy boy or something.
Yeah.
We're sitting on a towel. But who was indicted? The mother was indicted for murder,
Hmm.
and Josh was indicted for complicity to commit murder,
Right.
which is one step down from the murder itself as far as the law. But he's guys, the key word there is murder. In order to be indicted for murder, you've got intent. There's something in this autopsy, something in witnesses, or one or the other. Has one of them flipped on the other, and we just don't know it yet? Something shows that they intended. This was not unless the baby was given a half a bottle of something or a bottle of something. He was given so much that you knew that it was going to cause his death?
Right.
Or did they uncover trauma to his head or to his body? Thank you.
Thank you.
Why are we not? Why
I
is that
don't
not showing up
know.
where we
I don't
can
know why
think?
it's not showing up, so we
Oh,
can't
it is.
thank them.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, I'm
thank you.
sorry. Thank you.
That
We
don't, it's got
appreciate
a picture
that.
there. It don't have an initial, but
Yeah, I can't see.
thank you guys.
Thank you all. Y'all are amazing. Hello, Canada. Oh my goodness, there's another one. Thank you all. I
Yeah.
don't know why is it not.
Hello.
I'm sorry, I can't find these pop-ups. Thank you.
Fred, that will make us cry. Don't show your cat. Oh, guys, listen. We ain't none getting out of here alive. Don't worry about getting out of here alive. Worry about where we're going
When
we leave here.
Yeah.
That's what we got to worry about. We're none of us is here to stay. And so that's what we got to concentrate on. The older I get,
Yeah.
the more I realize that. And again, I was talking a while ago, but that's about like being a Marine and not crying and being tough. And buddy, he can humble you. He can bring you down to make you. I tell Sheila, I say, Sheila, I'm so sorry. Back during the Joseph Couch thing, and it was just that I thought about how he took us through those woods. Look up here, Sheila.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you.
I think
H.
Kim Fitch is one of the ones
I cried and cried because now I'm human trafficking.
that sent us the money
Well,
that we just saw the
thank
picture
you.
of. So thank you all. Oh my
And
goodness, y'all are.
and I told Sheila, I said, I'm so sorry. I bet I'm embarrassing you to death. A grown man crying, and
Lord,
she don't get embarrassed.
that doesn't embarrass me at all, guys. That means he's human. He's
Sheila's happy.
tenderhearted, and God wants us to be tenderhearted.
Do you ever think all the evil things that devil has done come back to haunt him? I guys, we did a video on that, and they made Devil Ants out to be a hero by writing books and different things after his death and later on in life. But I can't comment. I don't know where Devil Ants is. I know that in 1911, he died in 1921. In 1911, we've got a picture downstairs in the museum where he was baptized and was saved.
Yeah.
So what he did before that and what, I don't know. Again, I do good to take care of Fred,
Yes.
but I know what I get upset. Hello from Danville.
Yes.
What I get upset over is the hero that they made him out to be, and he was a mean Semper Fi there. I see you, Semper Fi.
I want to point that out. Sorry to interrupt.
We got a Marine Corps birthday coming up here in a couple of months.
buddy.
250th birthday for the Marine Corps, November the 10th.
Thank you, Robin. We appreciate that.
So I hope Devil Ants and Hatfield and Randall McCoy both in heaven and everything's good. But we correct the stories from the past. We don't think Nancy,
thank you. We finally got to
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're amazing. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Now we're getting out.
Yeah, that's why we weren't seeing it. Sheila was going back the other way.
Yes.
But like,
Thanks, Nancy.
I'm coming in late, but yes, Kim, they indicted both of them.
Yes.
They indicted Felicia for murder.
Yes.
And they indicted Josh for complicity to commit murder, which is assisting her, and all the other charges with the corpse and the intimidating or influencing a witness and so forth like that. So they've both been indicted. And Kim, they've got a prosecutor, the lady that we've all seen on the news, which is the Commonwealth attorney for 3 counties there, including Breathitt. And so she's a mother of 2, and she says that she's going to get justice for Jayden.
That's right.
Sheila and I believe her. We're going to take hi from Pike County. Hey guys from Half Pint. Are you familiar with Narrows Branch or Blackberry?
Yeah, that's where we're from. I'm from Narrows Branch.
Yeah.
The main head.
Sheila's from the head. Go as far as you can and then go further.
Yeah. When he come to pick me up on our first date, I told him, go to where the road forks, go to where you think you're lost, go a little bit farther, and you'll find me.
And I did.
He did.
I'm from Pikeville too. Johns Creek. I used to work, guys. I was I was a detective, a deputy sheriff, and been a detective in Pike County for almost 10 years under old Fuzzy.
I'm from
And
Boonville. Yes.
we've got an interesting story. Someday, if we ever get to it, I've wrote several books on it. And any of you that's my age or remembers back in the 80s, or you can Google it. And myself and Paul Hatfield, my partner, both of us were detectives. We were working undercover. Sheila
Thank
will
you,
post a
Susan.
picture. Well, she can't do it on this video. Next video, she'll post a picture if she hasn't already. But
Of what, baby?
when I used to work undercover,
Oh, yes. I posted on one of those, but
and while we
with that picture, you all wouldn't believe it was him.
who is this?
Susan. I
Thank you,
thanked her.
Susan.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You're awesome.
And we worked undercover for 3 years, drugs. We made more arrests in Pike County that's ever been made. We made so many arrests that Gary Rose, then the Kentucky State Police Commissioner, he was the Post 9 commander at the time. He went on to become commissioner of the state police.
Thank
But
you, Kim.
Gary Rose actually pulled Ernie Duddleson. That was the Kentucky. See, these are some good troopers I'm talking about here. Sometimes I talk about modern day or nowadays police that I don't have a lot of faith or. But back in the day, I can name a lot more good troopers than I can the bad ones that I can name now. So, but Ernie Duddleson was the drug. Thank you, Sonia.
Thank you so much. You're awesome. From North Carolina. Thank
And
you.
they took Trooper Duddleson, detective, out of Pike County and put him working Floyd and other counties because they said that myself and Hatfield was doing so good on the half pint. Thank
Half
you.
pint. Thank you so much. We're just now catching up with everything, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you. Y'all are awesome. We appreciate you all.
And then come to find out, we without telling the whole story, we was going to arrest a bunch and had a list, and sheriff looked at the list. So let me see that list. And I kept telling Paul, I said, he's not straight. And looked at the list. He said, arrest this one, this one, this one. Don't fool with these right now, and so forth. And he was telling us to let certain drug dealers go and arrest other ones. And I said, Fuzzy, that's like telling Kroger's and Piggly Wiggly to shut down. All the businesses going to go to Winn-Dixie. That's not right.
Thank you for the tip. I didn't know if I could click on those or not.
Thank you,
Thank
BJ.
you, BJ.
So we went to the FBI, and long story, but the FBI agent we went to ended up getting a girl from over there at Phelps, Kentucky. If you're from Pike County, got her pregnant and killed her. And long story, but so we had an interesting career. Nothing like what you would think law enforcement would be like, but and that's when Sheila and I, you're probably going to hear this story on the Steins case because I seen a while ago where somebody had commented on there and said something. I said that'd make a good video because they were saying maybe the judge was doing something so bad that Steins had to do what he felt that he had to do by just pulling his bang bang out and doing the judge. And I had the sheriff sit there and tell me in his office, me and Detective Hatfield, just a week prior, how old was Ella?
Ella was
still in a baby bed.
Yeah, she was like 5, 6 months old.
In her baby bed, and they thought it was our bedroom, but it was actually our daughter's. And they got on the hill in front of our house. We're from Eastern Kentucky. It wasn't the hill. They got on the mountain. They shot through the window.
Yeah.
And had she been sitting up in the bed, it would have got her, but she was sleeping. And the bullet went through the window and about 6 inches above where she was laying.
It sure did.
And the sheriff, we went to the sheriff's office, myself and Detective Hatfield, because we had a feeling, because one of the drug dealers that we had, it got back to him who one of our informants was that made a buy.
Yeah.
And the sheriff leans back in his chair and he says, I worry about you guys. I worry about your families getting killed. And he sits back in his chair and he grins because he knew that we had tape recorders then was taping them. And he grins real bad and real big and makes a face. And that's after they'd done transferred the FBI agent to Miami, Florida. He was out there, so we went and held a press conference. That was the only thing that protected us because we knew.
Thank you, Cheryl.
So
we appreciate it. Deborah Oakley, I finally found what you were talking about. I scrolled back up. She says she's from West Tennessee. Hi. Scripture says what's done in the darkness will be revealed in the light. Yes, it
Correct.
does. We know what you're saying. Yeah, I've
Correct.
heard that. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Let's see what we got.
And you know, no doubt those two were out there at night. You know, guys, here's you a good question. Think about this. Sheila and I has talked about this. We just haven't talked about it on video. Where was the children at? 2 or 3?
Right.
Where were the children at when they were digging that grave? Where were the children at when that tote was in the back of the truck or wherever it was at?
Mhm.
Where was the other children? They didn't leave them home alone. Can you imagine being? I don't know how old those
I
children
think
are.
that's why she coaxed them in what to say. Both of them were coaxing them on what to say.
I don't even know
because
how old they
were
are. Do
there.
you, Sheila?
No, I honestly I don't know how old they are. I know one's name was Hunter.
Well, don't even go there.
Whoops, sorry.
Yeah, let's don't. But thank you, Cheryl.
Yes, I thanked her there too. Hi. But we've got to have they caught him? Yes. He was arrested, from what we can understand.
They say he's already been arrested and in jail, guys, but he was indicted. The prosecutor, the Commonwealth attorney, Miranda King from Breathitt County, or at least that's where she's the Commonwealth attorney at. You got something, baby?
Kim. OMG, Blackberry. No, any workman's from up there.
There's some workmen's back in the day.
My grandmother.
Maybe that's your.
My grandmother was a workman.
Yeah, but there was also some from Blackberry. But her, yeah, that's Sheila's grandmother's maiden name.
Thank you, Krista. We appreciate it. You're awesome.
I forget what I was talking about now, but
Sorry,
it's okay.
but I
Hey
just seen
guys,
Blackberry.
I'm from Lecture, Kentucky. Yeah, I'm from Blackberry, right at the
Yep.
mouth of the left-hand fork.
Yep.
Born and raised. Well, I was born in Wimpson Memorial Hospital, but brought home. Thank you, Krista.
Hello, Ohio.
And lived on Blackberry all my life till I went to the Marine Corps at 17 years old. Mom and Dad used to own Blackberry Supermarket. That's where Mom started her Hatfield McCoy collection at. She had a few items in the store that she would show to people, and it was just called a collection back in that day. And then throughout the years turned in, people said, "Call it, you got a museum, you got enough to," and they did. But Blackberry, of course, is where the cabin's at. Any of you that's been in that area researching the feud, that's where Preacher Anse Hatfield's cabin. That's a replica cabin that's there now.
Right.
Hope they can't see me itching.
Old Eastern Kentucky directions.
But that was my great grandfather's cabin. That's
Thank you, Robin.
the replica's at now. My great grandmother was born there.
Thank you so much, Robin.
Go ahead, baby.
Patty is from Floyd County. Hi.
I
Miss
miss
Piggly
Piggly.
Wiggly.
Yeah. How about Justice Drive-In or Trailblazers?
Yeah.
If you're from that area. Justice Drive-In's hot dog chili. Anybody out there got the recipe to Justice Drive-In's hot dog chili back in the day? Wimpson. Did you go to get your car washed at Jerry Haynes? Yeah, of course. Like in the late 90s. We had left we left there in 89, August of 89. We turned the sheriff in August the 7th of 89. But of course, Jerry Haynes, where we used to buy our tires at, and Wimpson, right across the road from Jerry's service station there, after you cross the bridge to go over into West Virginia, you've got the courthouse there. On the second floor of that courthouse, that window you're looking at, I think the air conditioning is still there, but that used to be the United States Marine Corps recruiting office. And that's where I joined the Marines at when I was 17 years old.
Here's if they was at school. That might be a good one. Tiffany said she was curious if they were at schools.
Well,
they're in school.
interesting, Tiffany.
That's a good point.
Because Sheila and I was reading a while ago on here where somebody had put the indictment, and it said, what, the 27th, anywhere from the 27th to August the 6th?
6th, I think is what that said.
Excuse me.
Mrs. Robinson says, did you see the body cam video?
No,
No, we haven't seen that one.
no. Yeah, can you imagine? We don't know that. That's Robin. We don't know that for sure, but you've got to ask that question.
Mhm.
Where were these children when all this was taking place?
Mhm.
And the mother and stepfather under stress, of course, they're hyper and carrying on. And can you imagine panicking and yelling at the kids? And in my opinion, I think they would be go to sleep or lay down, or they're trying to get them not to see something. That's what I've been wondering about. Honestly, they could have left them. Guys, any comments you got? We
Yeah.
don't want to slander nobody. We don't want to mention nobody's name or hurt nobody's feelings for nothing. But those two have now been indicted.
Right.
Those two they're innocent till
Yeah,
proven
that's right.
guilty. But I have a feeling when Sheila and I talked to them, we knew
Tony Workman or Roger Workman?
Roger Workman.
Roger Workman.
Roger
That
Workman.
that one sounds familiar.
Yeah, it seems like I would know Roger Workman. We've been gone a long time, guys. And well, we go back periodically and
Well,
we're all
since
over the place. Feud research.
my brother's still back there, but
Sheila's dad just passed away and her sister last year.
yeah.
Both of them
Yeah.
within a couple of months of each other. And so we've been back quite a bit. And we go back and visit the graveyard. And
My name is Hatfield. Huh, I
are
wonder
you
if
a
y'all can.
Kentucky Hatfield, West Virginia Hatfield, or have you ever checked it out?
I don't know.
Guys, a lot of people contact us and they want genealogy. I'm a Hatfield, I'm a McCoy, I'm this or that. Can you tell? And the easiest way glad Josh got arrested.
He was abusive.
Yeah.
Okay.
So heartbreaking how she borrowed the neighbor's phone to call 911 and showed no emotion. Now, she did that with Sheila, guys. That was Sheila's big question. Sheila could not believe when we got out there. Now, we videoed going down the road and calling the state police. And then once it cut off, we went in McDonald's and we sat there and talked. And you hear us when we're talking, we talk constantly, or one of us does.
Yeah.
And so we throw things back and forth to each other. And that's what Sheila was telling me at McDonald's. She said, Fred, she didn't even show that's her baby. She didn't even show no emotion. It was like.
She didn't bat an eye. She just, like we're talking here, it was like she didn't have a word.
We don't know, guys. The indictment said July the 26th, anywhere from July the 26th to August the 6th. So that would be something the coroner is going to bring out. We're hoping to see that in the medical examiner's report. An autopsy is only as good as a medical examiner. And we're hoping that they gave that body, if there's suffocation, they're saying, I don't know what it's called anymore, but, if you're suffocated with a pillow or hanging or anything like that, if your oxygen is cut off like that, you get the little dots. Some of you guys out there may know what they're called anymore. There's little pigmentations.
Was he released,
Joshua
or are
was
you
released.
asking if he was released?
Oh, as
Surely
far as
not.
I know, they
No.
told us he had $1 million
Cash bond.
cash bond. Now we don't,
Uh-oh.
guys. You got to take what we say with a grain of salt because, but I don't think he would. But then again, he said he had a lawyer. He said that he told us that day that they had lawyers. My husband graduated from Belfry High School. We did too.
Good.
We did too. Sheila played in the Belfry High School. Yeah, marching band. Sheila plays the saxophone. Yeah, she still does. She still got one over there.
From time to time. Yeah.
I'm a mouth card. I used to, guys, when I was a detective, I worked the entire county. Paul Hatfield and I did, Detective Hatfield. We worked the entire county of Pike County drugs. We went from one end to the other. And so I've been all through it.
Thank you, Thunder Horse, for replying that for us.
No, we're not going to the funeral. Thank you for asking.
Or somebody had asked, and then they filled in and said, no, we're not going. They're telling why we're not going.
Okay.
So they're helping us out.
Thank you. I couldn't see it.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Did they say why that we don't want them to miss?
They're not going to take away from Jayden. That's
Exactly.
why we're not going.
We don't want
So,
people to think we're
thank
there as
you, Jungle
YouTubers and
Books.
just wanting to film or get a story, guys. We're
Mhm.
not. Let Jayden have his, but we hope there's a
Small.
million cars there for that little fella.
Bobby Atwell said he's from Bradshaw. That's not far from Justice.
We was talking about Justice Drive-In
Mhm.
earlier. Where you see that at?
Right here.
I was born at Bradshaw.
That's what it said.
It's not
Looks like
far
it
from
said.
Justice. I'm not familiar with that, Bob. Barnshee, we're familiar with the Barnshee, Kentucky, over at Phelps and Freeburn. And
Teresa, you're completely adorable.
what is it?
If living in Kentucky causes you to look young, as you both do, I'm moving there.
Yeah.
Come on. Mm. Somebody, Alex says,
We know
"Thank
who
you for
you're
your
talking about,
service."
Teresa, but it's okay. I'd rather you brag on my wife as thank you for your service, Fred. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank all of our military guys, all of our military people.
Thank you. Yeah, my dad, he was up in age, but you know, it's still hard when you lose a loved one. He passed away May the 21st, and then it was unexpected. And my sister passed away August the 2nd of the same year last year. So thank you for that.
Avery's Jungle. I live in Logan County, West Virginia, still in the same area. My family has always been a lot of my Hatfield side of family is from. That's great. Avery, you wouldn't know, you wouldn't believe how many times we ain't from Logan County, but Sheila and I has visited and been there enough times to
Yep.
be counted as a resident, probably between Cap Hatfield's grave and the
Yeah.
Hatfield Cemetery, Devil Ance's grave, and a lot of history back there. There's a fella there, Larry Chaffins, that lives right across from the Hatfield Cemetery, right near the Hatfield Cemetery. And I think he's got the Hatfield Historical Society. I think he's in charge of that. Larry Chaffin, and real good historian. And of course, Devil Ance's wife, she was a Chaffin.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that he's got some relation there to her. But
Right.
we found him to be a real good fellow, real good historian, and pretty much a straight up kind of guy. So we like Logan County, Sarah Ann, and you
Thank
know,
you, Dream.
way back in the day when Mother and them had that collection at Blackberry Supermarket or Museum, Henry Hatfield, one of Tennis Hatfield's sons, him and his wife opened a little mobile home over. I had a trailer and had a Hatfield museum in it, but her and Henry died. But I believe Sheila had something to do with that. Lady turning in herself and showing them where the grave was. We like to think so, Mark.
Yeah.
We like to think so.
Yeah.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Rita.
We like to think so. It was just the way that everything come together, the way God led us. We know it. We felt it. We're not just speaking that God. It's not, and it's not Sheila. He was. It's God. We try to give God all the credit because. But
Yes,
I
he
believe
was
that when
huge.
she looked at Sheila as a mother or as a Christian or whatever it was that she saw, guys, when she looked at Sheila, she couldn't turn away fast enough. It was like she saw,
Whiplash.
she just, huh?
It was like whiplash. She's like,
She turned away like you, and
quick.
there's several things that hit us. So,
Yeah.
and then everything went in motion. And when we came back, after we left McDonald's and got our sugar up and got rested up and made another plan, we said, let's go back. If they're still there, we'll talk to them again. If
Yeah.
they'll talk to us once, they'll talk to us again. We just got to get them talking. And when we pulled up, we started getting our sticks out and we already had our boots on, but we got our stuff out of the back of the Hummer. By the time we got everything out, they had come out and got in their truck, and you can see the camera. I'm holding it, it's jiggling upside down, but I had the camera on so we could tape them. I didn't put it in my pocket this time.
Right.
I wanted to be able to hear them.
Right.
And I'm holding it out, and he goes by, and he didn't even stop. He rose right on by, and he said, "You guys search all you want, search all."
We'll
And,
be back. Or something like that.
yeah, we'll be back, he said. And they took off out there. And you know, we searched, And then we turned the camera, our batteries was going dead, and we turned the cameras off. And while we're talking, I told Sheila, I said, they're going to turn themselves in, Sheila. We was talking about how guilty they acted, how nervous. And I said, they're going to turn themselves in. I was joking in a way, but in a way,
Thank you, Linda.
Commonwealth said oh yeah, Commonwealth said they'll get justice. Guys, listen, if they don't, I'll be disappointed because we believe, what is it?
Miss Robinson, sorry to interrupt. If any of my family goes missing, I want you two on the case.
My sister told us that the other day. She said, if I ever go missing, and I said, we won't stop, sis, till we find you. So
That's right.
that ain't us, guys. I should have said, you just pray and God will send us or something. But yeah, the Commonwealth through Miranda King. Remember that name? Miranda King, mother of two. And she is the Commonwealth attorney. Don't know her from Adam. But I think that this lady, from watching her the other day, I think she's like Sheila and I think she's like you guys. I think she's like everybody that's got a heart. It touched her heart, and she's going to get justice. We would like to thank the press conference now since they both. We would like to thank there's.
Would you think?
Wouldn't that be
Would you
nice?
think if they had a press conference?
We hope they do. We hope Miss King does that. She don't have to give everything up if she don't want, but she can. I think she could fill us in a lot and let people know. And it would be nice. You both had everything to do with her turn. I thank you, Teresa. But
Appreciate that.
guys, if we did, the glory goes to God. If we had anything at all to do with them
Big
turning
Daddy,
themselves in or each other, do you remember Rick?
ain't that the
Markham,
man that owned
Big
that
Daddy.
little store down there above the park? Big Daddy, ain't that
No,
one his name?
that was Don Hatfield.
Okay.
Rick Markham. Guys, we've been gone there for a while. I don't remember what's that about Del Barton. I grew up in Mingo County, Del Barton. Earl Spence is my uncle.
Where do you see his pictures?
His pictures. Are you talking about Josh's pictures? We've got Josh's pictures on our page. You can, unless he's taking his Facebook page down, you can go to Facebook, Josh Gross. I don't think he's posted on it in a while. We actually copied them off of JLR Investigates page. He had gotten them from the Facebook page, and we found them easier to get from there. Bobby, I'm not familiar with Bradshaw. Are you talking about the name, the surname Bradshaw?
No, he's up earlier. I think he said, I'm from Bradshaw.
I know there's a Justice, West Virginia. Well, that's sad. Shouldn't feel that way. I don't think.
Hello, Brett. Glad you're here.
Thank you, Jessica. Cow Creek. Wow. What about that? Familiar with Cow Creek? You're talking about Cow Creek, West Virginia, I imagine, over at Logan County. And that's where Tennis Hatfield used to have his.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honky Tonk at and all that. A lot of history there. A lot of. What's that restaurant? At Big Mama's or something up there at Cow Creek.
That's where, what's her name?
Somebody we seen somebody one time said they was hungry and didn't have no food, and somebody else had wrote and told her, said go to call Big Mama's or whatever name that place is. If you're from Cow Creek, you'll know where I'm talking about. There's a restaurant in Cow Creek,
right? And
said tell them to give you whatever you want and put it on my bill. And we thought that was. I'm also from Logan County, Logan, West Virginia.
Sarah, yeah.
Yep.
Chad,
my dad passed away.
Oh.
87. He was 96.
Wow.
Yeah, Fred. Thank you, guys. It's.
Sorry, Miss Robinson.
Thank all of our veterans.
Yes.
Veterans is what's made our country and making it again. I was watching the White House today, and I told Sheila, I said, never seen nothing, not in my lifetime. When you see these dignitaries coming into the White House and you've got the military lined up and you've got we look like a country. We look like somebody's running the place. And it's really our military. I love to see our military. I don't care what party's in or anything else, guys. I do care. I think we've lost our way on we used to be one party and now we belong to the other because it's that one party's not what it once was no more. I don't know why people can't see that, but because everybody, we were grown up, raised up.
Mhm.
But when I don't care about that. I care about our military. And when you see these men and women out there and getting the salutes and the thumbs up, and they're there protecting us, and it's just overwhelming what a military and what military people we have in this country that takes care of us. And guys,
He's from Creek.
who? Yeah, I think that's in West Virginia. I'm not familiar that good with.
Teresa is wondering if you ever been to South Carolina.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Because watching your road trips looks like our state. Yeah, we travel or used to. Sheila and I, again, with back surgery, and Sheila had a knee replacement, and so both of us is. So but we love to travel. That's what we got the bus. We got us a little shuttle bus. We've turned into we put a bed in there where we can travel someday, and that's what we want to do. But again, we've got for right now, we've got a valve cover gasket or something leaking, but someday that's what we want to do is.
Miss Robbins said she lives in Wolf County. Miss King has a good reputation.
Really? Thank you, Miss Robinson. Thank you. That's good to know because we don't know her from Adam, but just watching her demeanor, we've got faith in her.
What work do y'all do helping finding these people? Oh,
Satisfied that your live feed was without sound. What was it?
The live feed on KYT TV. Remember about Felicia. When she pulled it up, they had no sound on the live feed that they were showing. KYT did. That's what she's saying.
Oh, they might not have turned it up. Sometimes, and we put that in one Holy Spirit. Hold on a minute. That young man, his grandma with two Holy Spirit bringing them to. Oh yeah, they're together now, and
getting justice.
And this lady's going to get them justice. Babe, what was we talking about before that? Go back down one. There was something there that's good. Oh, the sound. Yeah, some people don't want to use other people's videos, afraid. Guys, anybody can use, anybody can share. We don't care about clicks. We don't care about, you don't have to ask permission from us. We put it on our videos. You can show anything that we've talked about, or we don't care. It's not about that with us. It's, mention the Holy Spirit. When I see Holy Spirit or God, things like that, that's what we like. Cause that's what, now hold on here. I'm seeing something coming up here and we're probably going to have a disagreement here in a minute.
Up, bro, Raggy.
Oh no, this is not the one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No disagreement there.
I wish you could find here.
Agree with Kim Fetch. Pull up photos of Jordan Michael. Oh, sorry for your loss. I wish you all could. Oh, I wish we could have too. Again, we went down there 3 times and we were going back the 4th time, and we motor went out on our Hummer and we got ripped off. We didn't know it. Took it to a mechanic and he put a $8,000 motor, $10,000 in all, because he said we needed something for the front end, and we ended up putting that in, and we got ripped off. We could have bought everybody told us we could have bought Sheila, go back up one. I was going to, or 1 or 2. I was reading.
So sorry.
JLR, Elizabeth YouTube, Hillbilly Crime in Kentucky, and JLR Investigates. That's, and Magnolia. Yeah, that's
Magnolia. Yeah,
that's good channels, guys. Good channels. Oh, you think, guys, we talked about Child Protective Services earlier, which I refer to often as social services, will be held accountable as well for leaving Jayden. And that's, we don't know. We don't know the circumstances behind that. We don't know that somebody, when the grandmother passed away, did they just go get him and take him to her? Did social services come in and replace him with somebody else? We've also heard that they replaced him with somebody else, and somebody else had taken them back to the mother to let keep them. You know, if that's so, that wouldn't be something social services would have had anything to do with. They can't monitor these babies 24/7. But if they placed him with somebody else and they took them to her, then that was wrong on their part, because social services would have thought that was with them. Now, if social services placed them back with her and her being convicted twice of child neglect, spending a year in jail on one, of course they should be held responsible. Of course. Who's in charge of social services, child protective services in Kentucky? Our governor. Our governor's. She's kneeing me, guys. I'd like to say some stuff, but I better not. Yeah, my leg. You probably see me itching.
Yeah.
Do you?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Yes, my leg's itching, guys. I'll quit that. Let me get me some.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
I didn't even know. Those two pictures of Jayden side by side proved how sweet. Yeah.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. Can you imagine that little fella? What in a
Yeah,
happy
bless
home,
it.
what you could have done with him?
They said, somebody said you could see the picture side by side and tell the difference.
Oh, of
And
course. I
we
think so.
agree. Yeah.
You know, the eyes and
Mm-hmm.
poor thing.
Yes, she's asking if you're in.
Saw you two on JLR. I wanted to say thank you both. I am
Oh, thank you.
always thankful for people, good hearts,
Thank you so much.
being soldiers of God.
Because
Ah, guys, brag on Sheila. Sheila's what helps keep me halfway straight. I'm a challenge. I bet God thinks, man, alive. You know, one time what I thought about, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I had taken a young man to jail at one time. Hold it right there so we don't miss anything. I had taken a young man to jail, and his father had gotten real upset with me. Me and his father used to be friends, and he'd gotten real upset, and he went and complained to the mayor because I'd arrested his son and all that. And I've got many stories like this I could tell that turns out like this. But anyway, later on, a year or two later, we were at the restaurant at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'd been out all night patrolling, and I stopped to get coffee. The restaurant was just open, and I was drinking coffee, and he'd come in and sat down. And I said, "Where are you going?" And I won't say his name, but
Yeah.
he said, "I've got to go get his son was named Little after him. There was a big one and a little one." And he said, "I'm going to get little so-and-so out of jail." And he was talking about how disappointed he was and how he had complained on me before for when I took him to jail, and he should have left him in there and let him learn his lesson and all this and that. And I said, it's like us. Is there anything we can do that God wouldn't forgive us for if we ask forgiveness? God's our Father. That's our Heavenly Father. And when we look at our children like that, and we're thinking, I love him, and he's so mean, I'm going to go get him out of jail. I'm going to do this and that. But we love our children. And I said, somebody could do this to 5 or 6 people and you'd still love them. You'd be disappointed in what your child done, but you still love them. And then it hit me all of a sudden. I thought, that's the way God is. That's the way he is with us. He's so disappointed in Fred McCoy sometimes. A temper tantrum, whatever you want to call it, or get mad. And he gets, and then we look and we think that's the way we do with our children. That's the way he is with us. He gets disappointed in us.
Sure.
But he don't stop loving us. So I know I'm a challenge. I know I'm a challenge for him and Sheila. Because I'll tell Sheila, I'll say something sometimes, and she'll say, "Hon, you stumbled. Come on, you know."
Right.
And
as long as you get back up and get on the right path.
Broke my heart. The video was searching for Jayden, calling his name out. Oh yeah. Yeah, what if? What if, guys, you're sitting there hollering his name
and he comes out
and you're thinking you hear something come back? Yeah, what do you want? Or
oh God.
That's what you're hoping for. You're hoping to hear that voice. My brother was friends with James McCoy. We know several James McCoys. I think that ain't. I think they ain't. Oh, okay. I don't know, guys. We read a lot of things on these comments, and I don't know. We've heard that, but we don't know that. But we still think it would have had to went through social services. They would have still had. He was in the system. They would have had to put him back in.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I was unclear. I meant Felicia's hearing this
This
morning
morning.
was
Yeah.
live streaming from the
With no
courtroom.
sound.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw that ourselves.
Mhm.
Well, they had to know
With
with
records.
records, but nevertheless, someone needs to push that thought to the system. Why in God's name did she have the two other children?
Yeah.
She had one child with us the day that we were up on the hill. They got
Yeah.
out and Sheila said she's got a baby with her. Yeah, we agree. You know, again, Sheila and I said probably Sheila. Why didn't they at least take, because, you know, the parents is the first people we suspect when
Right.
something like this happens. It happens so much
Right.
that it's just become a formality for the police to look at the parents. You got to rule them out. You got to say, hey, let's look elsewhere. But everybody is so politically correct or trying to be so politically correct that you don't want to insult anybody. If my child comes up missing, insult me. Let's rule that out. I want you to
Yes.
be out there making those police officers and firefighters and EMS sandwiches. Be out there. If you don't want to go search for your child, do something constructive to say, hey, thanks for searching for my baby. Here's you. My son had turkey mites. I rubbed him with anointed oil. Stop the itching. Well,
Hey.
I would say that would do it. I hadn't thought about that, dear, but that's a good. So whatever it was, I seen that, and our minds go. So I go from one thing to another, guys. Hope you watch Hillbilly Crime on YouTube. She lives in Kentucky. Sure, she lives in Letcher County,
Yeah.
which is on the
Mickey
way.
County.
It's on the other side of Hazard, and we go through Hazard to get to Pike County, of course. And we've been to Letcher County when we was covering the. We walked up down the streets and made 2 or 3 videos on the former Sheriff Stein's case, Judge Mullins' case.
Mhm. Thank you, Dreamer.
You all could talk for hours.
Yeah.
Thoroughly enjoy the words you both for hours. God is good. Oh yeah, God is great. Never stops loving us. I'm sorry. I'm looking up here at the people watching every now and then. And I'm thinking, well, I hate to cut out on you guys.
Yeah.
So you guys, when you get tired of us, just cut out on us. I don't. I know that 2 hours, but as long as somebody's watching, because Sheila and I don't have nothing. It's not like we've got anything to do. Never in my life would I ever think to see the way the world is today. You know, these kids can. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. It's sad. It is sad from the way we grew up
Yes.
and the way children are growing up today. They're never going to know. You know, it's like where we was at up there the other day. That's like Sheila was raised in the head of a holler like that. Instead of Sheila being where they were at, Felicia and Josh's trailer, instead of Sheila being there, when we went to the head of the holler and turned around and come back, that was Sheila's place in the head of the holler. She was the last house on the holler, and they was up on a hill. You had to go up a hill to get. They're on flat
We had to
land
go
there.
up a hill and then do like a switchback and go up another hill.
Yeah.
So it was like,
And that's the way we were raised,
yeah.
and ride bicycles and play in the creek and
Working
play in the hills. You know, some people talks about snakes and this and that. I remember as a kid, and maybe that's what gave me the phobia. I was about 9 or 10 years old, and we'd go out in the morning. We'd eat breakfast in summer months when school was out. We'd go out after we eat breakfast, and we'd take a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something with us in our pocket, and we'd take off and either go up the hill or go up the creek. That's what we would do.
Or climb trees and
climb trees, make bow and arrows. We would, but I was up there one day, and I don't know if y'all know what a black racer is. Black racer. They're black. They're almost blue. They're so black. They're called black racers. And some people says, oh, they won't chase you. I'm here to tell you, a black racer will chase you. And I was going up the hill, and I run up, and here's this snake in front of me. And I see this snake, and I stop dead. And that snake starts coming toward me, and I run off the hill. And that snake chased me. I don't know when I ever lost it, but I finally lost it because I run in and told my grandma. a snake just chased me off that hill, Ma. And she said, I bet it was a black racer. I never knew what a black racer was, but boy, it
You
scared
found
me.
out.
So,
What part of Pike County you from? My family is Lookout, Rock House area.
Rock
We know,
House is
we know
where
where that is.
I can tell you a story all over. I was there, grew up there. We're from Blackberry. I am. Sheila's from Narrows Branch from Hardy. I grew up just up the road from where Preacher Ann's Hatfield's cabin is, and Sheila grew up just up the holler from where Randall McCoy's home place was. You got a question?
No, I'm just laughing at Sonya. I don't want you to forget what you're doing. So
I done forgot it. You
you
asked
talking
me a
about Rock
question.
House?
Yeah,
You got a story to
we
tell.
were over there one time at Rock House, guys, and I may have told this on another video, but it was a domestic, and the guy had run out of the house. It was up on top of the hill there somewhere. Now I don't know specifics because we was all over that county, and he'd run out the back door, and we lost him. It was late at night. It was me and Paul Hatfield, the other detective, and
Okay, go back.
he disappeared. He's gone. And I'm looking around. We get ready to go back in the house in the trailer. And I said, oh, I looked around. There's wood everywhere, stacks of old rough cut lumber. They'd tore an old barn down and stacked the wood up. And I said, oh, God, we're going to get the snake bit in here, Paul. And I took my flashlight and turned my flashlight down toward the ground to see if there's a snake anywhere around. When I looked down, guys, I'm standing on this guy. He went out there and laid down in that wood and laid a board on top, big old 12-inch wide board, and laid it on top of him up to right here. And when I looked down, here's two eyes looking up at me. You talk about get the snake. That scared the far out of me between hollering and then grabbing a hold of him and arresting him. But I've got stories, 40
Yep.
years of stories.
I like listening to your stories, baby.
And that was on Rock House. You mentioned Rock House. I couldn't tell you where it was at or something like that now, because I don't know if we was ever on Rock House again, us, because that wasn't our normal area. We was
Right.
probably coming from Pikeville
Yeah.
or something when that call came in, and we just diverted to go there. But
Hello,
thank you.
Oklahoma. Welcome to our channel.
Doing oatmeal bath.
I seen that.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's do. Why don't we just do this, since me and Sheila's feeling so good right now, and somebody mentioned a while ago about being anointed. You all just say a prayer for us. Won't you all
Yeah.
just say a prayer for us? And I'm sure I'm feeling better already just sitting here talking to you. So I'm itching, but that doesn't mean at least they're not hurting like they did there for a while. We were in pain, weren't we, babe?
Oh my
But you all
goodness.
say a little prayer for us and we'll be better. And I'm feeling better already. Just saying it. So
Yeah.
God bless you and keep you safe out there, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. I think we should go get some
Play
dinner.
outside drinking. Yeah, drinking from the water hose. Lord, yeah, if we got up in the head of the holler, if we got up above where any houses were to make sure that there was no creeks. I don't know if you guys noticed it the other day or not, and I'm ashamed to admit it, but it happens and it goes on. It may not be. But there was a pipe coming out from underneath the ground out there when we was looking in the creek, and I told Sheila, I said, is that their sewer running in? It wouldn't be unheard of
Right.
for that sewer to be running into that creek. So we would never drink out of the creek if there was any houses above us, just to make sure. But if we got up the head of a holler and there was a spring coming out or something, that's some of the best.
Natural spring.
Yep. Go ahead,
Love
babe.
snakes. Oh, law. I don't like snakes. Linda says, I know what a black racer is.
Do you?
Wow.
Yep. Have you ever been chased by one? Because some people, I've searched them before on the internet, and some people says black racers won't chase you. Well, they got that name for some reason, and they're actually not. They're not black. They're bluish.
Well, that's what someone just said.
That sun was shining
We
on.
called them blue racers.
Yeah, blue racers. Well, that sun was shining on that snake, and it was fast. I was a little kid. Somebody said that 10 years old, they wouldn't run away and stuff like. Guys, I was in them hills playing around when I was 8, 9 years old. Wait, see what he's saying up here about coming home and changing clothes and needed done. I would get mad, but now I'm glad it is. Oh yeah, we come home and get our chores done. We would hoe the garden or whatever, feed the dogs.
Yeah.
And
my mom had us learning to cook when I was in 3rd grade.
Oh yeah, guys, it ain't nothing now. It's grab that phone and.
Yeah, we always had chores to do first.
You know, when you come to visits, people says, let's visit. What do you do? Go visit. And everybody just said, get their phones out. That's.
Oh, well, it's all.
I love country living. That little house up, that little trailer up there and that holler. I don't know who owns that, but you talk about a beautiful place and peaceful. That holler up behind there where we went, and guys, we want to commend the police, the fire, the rescue, the volunteers. That area had been searched. Now our batteries was going dead on us, and we had to turn them off. But that area, we went all the way up through there, and that area had been searched good. And that's. But we knew too. We knew when he come back the second time when he was leaving, and he said, "Search all you want, sir." We talked, and I said, "Oh, they don't care us searching here." And Sheila said he's not here, and I said, "No, I don't think so." And God promises Sheila.
I like that, Pam. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody loves your shirt.
Oh yeah, we got them after the good Lord, the good Lord through his birds, Sheila's nose and my eyes, found Mr. Couch's remains, and we got our shirts made up. We got several of them. I really felt the presence of God in my life at that point.
Now, my dad has talked about a hoop snake. When I was little, he would tell me about it.
Yeah, where they roll.
I didn't see it.
Where they roll?
Yes.
I've heard of them. I ain't never seen one.
I've never seen one, but now my dad did.
I've never seen one, but I have heard of them also.
I'm glad I didn't see it.
I'd scare you to death. Said they put their tail
head,
in their mouth or something.
Yeah. And they just roll. They can just roll on by me. Let's see, last month. Ooh.
Guys, to me, and when everybody says don't kill rat snakes, don't kill black snakes, don't kill because they kill poisonous snakes. And I'm going to tell you for Fred McCoy, and some of you may get mad, but there's not but 2 kinds of snakes in this world. There's not but 2 snakes. Copperheads and everything else, or rattlesnakes, and everything else is a copperhead. Just always remember that. If it don't have rattlers, then it's a copperhead, and you've got to do away with it. Do away with it. Copperheads and everything else, or rattlesnakes and everything else is a copperhead.
Leah said she is from western North Carolina, where the Hurricane Helena went through. Oh, Asheville, Black Mountains. Wow.
Did you use fingernail polish? We use No, we've been using other stuff, but guys, we're not going to use nothing else. We're done. You guys, somebody I seen earlier where somebody said they prayed for us.
Yeah.
So that's good enough. We're going to believe in that. And
thank you, Pam.
What is it?
May God's healing hands be upon you both. Well, thank you.
Again. Are you feeling anything? Are you itching?
No.
I'm not.
Thank you, Pam.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not from a while ago when I said that, from the moment we said it. So, guys, faith of a mustard seed. Absolutely. God keep Sheila and Fred safe. Thank you, Lord. That's it, guys. That's what we got to do. We got to give God the glory. We've got to put God back in our lives. We've got to, to hear me talking, guys, listen.
Yep.
This in here. Yeah. And thanks to this one here too, because she's had her hands full. But
thank you, Sonia. We appreciate that. You are so wonderful. Thank you for the prayer. Okay, we've got to try to get down through here to read these rest of these comments because I don't want to.
Yeah, we got to get off.
Ones and dead ones.
Who?
Snakes. Deborah. 2 types of snakes, I'm afraid. live ones and dead ones.
That's me. Yeah.
I learned how to cook everything by hand at the age of 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in the 3rd grade, and when we started cooking, and we would fix breakfast on the
Yeah.
weekends.
Oh, yeah.
My sister and I, when I say we.
If Felicia had called 911, can Fred tell us how things would be different for her, even if she did something wrong? Well, she'd probably still be charged.
But it probably wouldn't have been.
She'd still be charged, but it probably would have been manslaughter. There's where your
Yeah.
manslaughter charge would have come in, because she didn't intentionally do it. If she did give him too much medicine, if it's his medicine, it's one thing. If she gave him too much intentionally,
Right.
but if she gave him her medicine or some other adult medicine and caused his death, then that's definitely, if they found some kind of heavy drug in his system, that would be the intent. That's where your murder charge, because there would be no reason to give a child fentanyl or another type of medicine in his system. No reason. Now, if he's got, I've seen where people mention Benadryl or something, and did she give him too much? Oh, okay. Well, that was by accident, and she can plead this or that. And had she called 911, said he's not breathing, I gave him medicine, or I ain't going to put that out there because that may be used on, and I don't think that's her excuse. I think whatever she done was intentional. And, yeah, she would have still been charged with probably a crime causing his death, but it wouldn't have been intentional murder. But when you go out and try to hide somebody's body on top of whatever else they found in his body, we'll see what the autopsy says, but I have a feeling they found something. If it did deal with drugs, I have a feeling it's a harder. Thank you,
Thank you,
Kelly.
Kelsey. Troublemaker. That's the one that says.
We seen that earlier.
Don't judge.
Yeah.
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 Thank you.
Yeah, we saw
appreciate
your
you.
name
You're
earlier
awesome.
on another.
Thank you. Carol Egoff wants to know, have you ever seen a snake called, is that coach whip?
No, don't
Never
believe I
heard of
had.
that.
Sounds bad though. No. What is that? A rat? Is it a poisonous snake?
North Carolina. I don't know. I've never heard of that. So maybe Miss Egoff can tell us.
If you get a chance to look at the manual on case and tell us. Oh, already, you know what do you think?
Do you believe Mama's story?
What do you think? What's any parent think at this point? I seen where the father refused, if it's true,
Yeah.
a polygraph.
Yeah, we did see that.
Why? In this case here, and we won't know now because it's done gone before the grand jury and there was no preliminary, but was there a polygraph offered to Josh and Felicia? Was there a polygraph taken? Did they pass or did they fail a polygraph even? That was Sheila's question the other day.
Mhm.
If they did take it, did they pass or fail?
Yep. Yep.
Things could have gone so much differently, but again, this autopsy that this medical examiner or ERS done is going to be key also. It's key. Was he suffocated? Was he alive when they put him in the tote? Go ahead, babe. I see you.
Miss Robinson said our lives is like visiting family. Thank you. That's sweet.
Well, if that's true, we should be fighting just any minute.
Somebody said supper bell. Ding, 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 ding.
All right. We're getting ready to get off here ourselves.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a hint. God absolutely. Oh, for sure. God absolutely answers prayers.
He sure does.
Look at that plaque, guys. Was that
both of those?
Both those plaques, but especially the one. We're out there searching for a child.
Mhm.
Seek and ye
Mhm.
shall find. And either that afternoon or evening or the next morning, she's confessing
Mhm.
or she's taking them to where
The
baby's at. Let's say it like that.
Baby's at.
We don't know if Josh turned her in, if she turned herself in. We don't know, but
Right.
seek and ye shall find. We're reading that plaque on a video, and a few hours later, they're recovering little Jayden's body.
Houstonville. Somebody from
Judy
Shop?
Oh,
Choke?
we should know if they're from Houstonville, but
Houstonville, Judy, I think it's Choke. Wrong name.
we love Houstonville. Guys, we mentioned the other day, we was doing a video and somebody said, where are you from? We was talking about Pike County Sheriff's Department, places that I had worked as a police officer and all that, talking about Houstonville. And I said in one video, I said it's a one-horse town. And since Sheila and I left, because we had 2 horses when we were there at one time before we got rid of them after a year or so after I got hurt. I was making an arrest. I'd done worked 40 years and was arresting a guy and fell back on my gun. We were fighting and messed my back. And then I went ahead and retired medically. But after we sold our horses, they didn't even have it. And then the other day I commented again. I said, I was in a police chief of a one-horse town and didn't even have a horse. I didn't mean that in a bad manner. They're some of the finest people that live in Houstonville, and the finest little town. We were there for 30 years.
Yeah.
30 years, and knew everybody in that community in a little town. And I sure didn't mean that in a bad way. It's a great little community.
I think a coach whip is another name for a hog nose.
Now, I've probably seen a hog nose on videos or something, but I don't even know what a hog nose. Is that a rattlesnake? A hog nose.
I don't know.
Hillbilly Brenda. There's a new name. Hillbilly Brenda from Tennessee.
Belinda.
Who?
Hillbilly
Belinda. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Love. The guys I can't see with or without glasses. Love from the hills of East Tennessee.
We don't know. She asked how long Jayden had been deceased.
Guys, it said earlier at the beginning of this video that the indictment said anywhere from July the 26th to August 27th.
I think it was 27th.
Whatever.
Yeah.
26th or 27th to August the 6th, I believe. So there's something in there in that time span, and maybe Miss King will tell us all eventually. Or
yeah.
I wish she would, especially if this case is going to be played out or something, or if there's already going to be guilty pleas, and it'd be nice. Maybe she will in time. Maybe she'll fill everybody in. Because her with 2 children, she knows what it's like for parents and all of you all out there to want to know what happened to this young fella. Do you think you all will go again to search for Sebastian? I feel so horrible that the baby and his daddy said.
Oh.
We wish Chris
and
Katie.
Mm-hmm.
We wish Chris and Katie. We're not going to aggravate them. We've done reach out to him and talk to him, and he was going to talk to her and see if we could come down and talk to the 2 of them. They declined. I wish they would reconsider. Of course, we would go back. As far as going back and searching, we wouldn't know where to start. We wouldn't know because of decay and animals and different things. We have our own opinion or thoughts, but it would be nice to talk to them, and it would tell us something, because if they would talk to us, we believe it would give credit to what they're saying. We just believe that they wouldn't be afraid to talk to Fred and Sheila. We're not accusatory. We ask questions, and if they think that we wouldn't ask questions, they're right. Because we want to know. But we wouldn't falsely accuse them. We wouldn't accuse them at all until we knew something for a fact. And they may be and could be as innocent as anything as we are. But we don't know that because we haven't got to talk to them. But we feel that God would help us in that matter and let us know. I wish they would. I wish they would reach out. They've still got our phone number. Our phone number's on 606-669-0364. Now, we don't answer the phone. We let it go to voicemail because we do get a lot of calls, and we do have a lot of subscribers, and we love every one of you. But we can't, and some people just like us, probably lonely and needs somebody to talk to sometimes, and We wish we could talk to everybody, but
Yeah.
what somebody said about Chris and Katie.
They're just afraid to talk to people because others attack them so bad.
And that's
for
very
whatever reason.
possible.
Yeah.
Troublemaker. That's very possible. That's especially coming from that name. But we told Chris that when we talked to Chris, we told him we'd like to talk to you all in person. We could clear up, guys, on this video the other day. We said that to Felicia and Josh. We said there's a lot of YouTubers out there, and he was upset. He said a lot of YouTubers that is accused, and he was upset with YouTubers. Well, don't be upset. People just want to know. People's concerned about that little boy. But we also told them the other day, we said people want to know, YouTubers want to know.
Mhm.
We can give you the platform to tell these people what you want. That's when I was asking if we could video, and he said no.
Thank you.
Thank
Elm
you.
Tree.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we know how Chris and Katie, and we told Chris that on the phone. It's on one of our videos. Go back a year ago, because we went to Sebastian's.
Yes.
We contacted Chris, and real nice fella, talked to us like a real nice guy. And we told him we wouldn't accuse him. We're not there to accuse nobody, but we would like to. As a 40-year retired police officer, I'm nobody special, but I have interviewed a few. I've talked to a few, and I've solved a few cases.
Yeah.
In my day.
You sure have.
And we would just like to talk to them. We wouldn't be accusatory. And I see where these other people, they've taken the court and they've done this and that because they have maybe treated them unjustly. We don't want to treat them unjustly, but we would love to sit down with them and just ask them questions and go over again what happened and go, hey guys, I don't know if you can see my hands or not. One's on Sheila's seat and the other one's on top of the table.
Not scratching at all.
I haven't scratched. Huh?
I'm not itching. Yeah.
Hadn't even thought about it till I'm looking here just now.
Hi, Elm Tree. Thank you. Welcome to our channel.
So, Troublemaker, if you've got any connection to Chris and Katie, our offer still stands. We would love to sit down and talk to them.
Yes.
We have sympathy for them. That we're not accusatory, but we would like to talk to them. Maybe there's something somebody missed.
Yeah.
Maybe God, again, it's not Sheila and I. Maybe he'll give us the exact question to ask that may be something that rings a bell in their mind where they can say, we forgot about that. But yeah, that could, we don't know.
No,
We don't know.
we don't. I think we better let these poor people go.
Well,
on there
let's
2.5
read the rest of these here because we're on a good subject here. Who?
Somebody said hi.
We're on a good subject here. I'm going to pray Chris and Katie talk to you.
Aw.
And I'll send them a message. You are still there for them. Thank you.
Thank you, Troublemaker.
And tell Chris. He'll remember talking to Sheila and I. We had a great conversation. We may have even talked to him twice on the phone. I can't remember. It's on our video if we did. But yes, we would love to. And I think it would give, we're not the best. We're not anything special. We're nothing special. It's through the Lord. But at the same time, he would know that we're not there as two YouTubers. We don't care about clicks. We don't care. We like people watching our videos, of course. But would it not be something if we could meet with them between the four of us and we're sitting there talking, and all of a sudden something rings a bell to them, or wouldn't that be great to solve this case? Yeah, I wish Sebastian would be found so he can be laid down. We do too.
Thank you, David.
And I'm sure they do. I'm sure they lay in bed at night, and especially when they see a story like Jayden.
Yeah.
Do you think that Chris and Katie have not been following this case on another missing child, wondering if something could have happened to Sebastian like it? I'm sorry, babe.
He wants to know.
Oh, I'm not worried, guys. We're not worried about that. In fact, watch our first video. Now, when the good Lord answered our prayers for finding Mr. Couch, it started out as a date night. And then it turned into we had this feeling that it was meant for us to find him. And the reward did help our financial situation, of course. But there were so many people praying in that area to open their schools up, to open their businesses, to find peace. So many people was praying to find him. They thought he was still out there with his guns. His family was praying, his mother and his brothers and their sisters. They were praying to find their family member that had a it's like S side, a permanent solution to a temporary problem, a permanent. When you do S side, that's a permanent solution to a permanent to a temporary problem, solution to a temporary problem. I used to tell people that, but
We've heard of the Summer Wells case, but we haven't looked into it.
Katie stated that she didn't want Sebastian to drop to the bottom of news, Phil. So talking to you folks that would be great.
That would be
We would be
wonderful.
honored.
Yeah.
We would feel privileged. We would pray about it. Pray that, huh?
I was talking to Sarah.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
talk to her.
I just said thank you.
Go ahead, baby.
ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't want to interrupt you because you're talking about Chris and Katie.
No, that's okay. You can talk about Chris and Katie, but
Yeah.
wouldn't it be something?
Yeah.
So
Never
many are still
know.
praying. And Hoosier, that's what it takes. So many are still praying.
Yeah.
And do you think that Chris and Katie don't feel those prayers? Do you think they don't wake up at night when people's praying and think to themselves, where's Sebastian, or wish we could talk to somebody? Fred, God led you all to him. He knew you needed to solve this case and
The
reward you.
you
Of
need.
course he did.
Sure, that's how.
And that's when I changed. That's what changed my life. I couldn't.
Yes, that's exactly what he did. As the old saying goes, you kill, what is it, two birds with one stone? So he did that. He helped both of us. He helped Joseph's family and us. So that, that's awesome. We give him the credit as well.
Oh,
of
yeah.
course.
Oh, yeah.
We're chatting. You ever witnessed a case where the parents talked in past tense that turned out not guilty?
No, I don't know what case you're referring to.
No, she
where's that
said, have
question
you
at?
ever witnessed a case where the parents talked in past tense, but that turned out to be not guilty? Have you ever interrogated
No,
anybody?
not that I can remember.
Right.
But guys, again, I think we said that in one of our videos, and that's when we were trying to get people to talk to us. And we said, who knows until we've been in that position. I've said many a time in my career, I had two sayings. One of them is, I'll be as good to you as you'll let me be. I won't abuse you, but I won't let you abuse me. When somebody wanted to fight or resist or this and that, I'll be as good to you as you'll let me be. I'll treat you like somebody, but for right now, you've got to go to jail. That's the way it is. I won't abuse you, but I won't let you abuse me, because some people they think they can hit you or beat up on you, and you can't fight back. And that's not, the law says you can use whatever force is needed to affect the arrest. Now, I'm a believer in, once the cuffs go on, the hands come off. I see these cops nowadays beating people down after they're handcuffed. For what reason? And the other one is, I always said that I would rather let a guilty person go than to ever accuse an innocent person of a crime. If they're guilty, they'll do something and mess up again. We'll get them another day. But I'd rather to let a guilty one go than to ever falsely accuse somebody, because that's got to be a bad feeling to be falsely accused. And same with Chris and Katie and people like that in those positions. I don't know. We've not been in that position that they're in.
That's right.
So I don't know how we would talk, or whether we'd say something that maybe didn't sound right, because you're trying so hard to be careful not to say something, because you know they're looking at you as a parent, wondering where this child is. Now, I'll tell you what I say. I say we don't have to go see nobody. I say everybody pray for whatever happened to Sebastian to come to light.
Yes.
We just pray that if somebody has done something to Sebastian that they shouldn't have done, and it's been this long, that we've got enough faith and believe in God so good that we just say, pray that justice be done for Sebastian, and that ever who done it says to themselves or himself, herself, theyselves. I'm not talking about nobody in particular, but that let's do the right thing. Let's have peace. Let's have peace. Let's be held accountable. If somebody come by there and picked him up while he's walking, if somebody kidnapped him, if somebody, whatever happened to him, let's have peace. It's time
to bring him home.
His remains, and give him a proper burial. It's time to be held accountable, because someday going to be held accountable anyway. We might as well face the music now. And what about that? What if that would work? Sheila and I never step on nobody's place. But if somebody out there had something to do with it, all of a sudden they say, let's do the right thing. Let's do it for Sebastian. Let's do it for our souls. Let's do it for us. Sheila and I's got a good relationship.
We do, don't we, baby?
I wish everybody had that. I wish Katie and Chris would sit down with each other and talk. If Chris and Katie, actually, I'm not going to talk in pretense or third parties or third person. I don't know if Chris and Katie are the only two people alive that know if they had anything to do with Sebastian's disappearance. I'm not accusing them. They may be as innocent as Sheila and I, and we didn't even know the little boy.
Right, exactly.
But if they did, maybe God will put it on their heart, like Sheila and I talk with each other.
I agree, baby.
That says it's time that we do the right thing.
Yeah.
People's accused us. People's did this. People's did that. So what if they don't have enough evidence to convict somebody or charge them criminally? Is there enough heart left if they did do anything?
There you go. If, right. Same
heart left to say, hey, Katie, let's do this. Hey, Chris, one of them's got to take charge. I used to be the boss in the family. I used to be the dominant one. I used to didn't cry. I can tell you that. I can tell you I didn't do that. Don't worry, I'm making up for it now. But
that's all good.
And this one here,
I love you, baby.
kept praying and praying and praying. And this is what she's got now, baby.
No, I don't.
But I'm God's baby.
That's right.
God's baby.
You're awesome, Fred. Be still.
And, we got ready to get off here an hour ago, 2 hours ago, and we're still here. Why are we still here? We're still here for a reason, because for some reason, and I'm seeing it down through there, and they're going by, and I can't read them, but I keep seeing Sebastian's name show up. Are we here for Sebastian? Is Jayden? Is Jayden's death going to lead us or somebody, the police in that area, to something dealing with Sebastian? Not through us,
right?
Through God and through prayer.
You never know, baby.
There's power in prayer.
Believe in that.
Mark 11:24. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have already received it, and it will be yours. Wow. Is that faith? Faith of a mustard seed. Believe you have already received it, and it's yours. Mark 11:24. Go read that.
Yep.
Let that become one of your favorite Bible verses, because it is one of mine.
Yeah, I agree. They're talking about a little boy being missing. It's in New Orleans. I haven't heard that one.
Guys, we're nothing special.
No.
We can't recover these children. We can't.
Oh, I wish we could.
We're not. We wish we could, but it's not about us. You all can pray, and families can pray. Yeah.
He did.
That's the shortest verse in the Bible.
Yep.
Jesus wept.
There you go.
So does Fred McCoy anymore.
Sheila does. I do. I'm a big crybaby. Every time I watch Little House on Prairie, I'd cry.
Sheila's rubbed off on me
It's because you made fun of me.
more ways than crying. Yeah, I used to make fun of her. Yeah. Guys, we love you. Thank you
Love
for
you all.
you give us a blessing.
Oh,
you
you're
give
so
us
good.
yeah, I could you're a blessing. If
We
anybody's
appreciate it.
familiar with the family, can talk to the family, would love to talk to them or pray for them or pray with them. And other than that, babe,
Hi, Sharon.
you when Mr. Fred picked up those scriptures and said it must have been a mistake.
That they threw them on down on the ground.
Mm.
Absolutely loved it. When you said
Well,
that must have been a
we
mistake.
absolutely thought after we turned the camera off and started home that maybe they would come home because we seen that they used the back door.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in God getting us to lay them up there, I wasn't about to put them back in the trash. Not God's words or
Oh,
Jesus's words or apostles' words or disciples' words. We weren't about to put them back in the trash, but by laying them up there, we talked on the way home. We were hoping that maybe, especially the seek and ye shall find, guys, everybody's got good in them.
mhm.
Everybody, as hard as it may for people to believe right now about these two people, they've had good in them, or they've got good in them, or they will have good in them one day by the time they pay their penalty to society for what they done to that thief on the cross.
Yeah. Look at him.
Today you will be with me in paradise.
He said they did wrong, but Jesus didn't do anything wrong.
Today you will be with me in paradise.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean we can't be forgiven. I know we've all got hard feelings. We've all got anger. We've all got, it's hard. It's hard to see somebody do that. But you think it's hard to us. What was that verse you had the other day, Sheila? That was in Luke, wasn't Luke something? God's children.
Yes.
God loves his children. Don't harm God's children. Do you think we're upset over it?
Heritage.
Imagine how
I have
Jesus
to go back and look it up. I'm sorry.
feels. It's okay. They know what we're talking about. They'll find it. You can just Google, don't harm God's children. We don't know the verse. We're
Thank you,
thinking
Jessica.
it's Luke something.
Yeah. Yeah, he said God said that they're the heritage.
We do live near you. If you believe in Christ and you're our brother or sister, we may be closer than you think. We do live near you, prayer away. Thank you guys. Thanks so much. You're a blessing to us.
And I was hoping it might catch their attention.
But
She said she saw us saw you lay those pictures down on the porch, and she was hoping that would catch their attention.
that's what we hoped.
Yep.
On our way home, we were talking. We talked on our way home about, we knew they done it. We knew, but YouTubers, we can't come, and we don't want to. We don't want to come out here and falsely accuse anybody or slander any. What if they were innocent? But in our hearts and our minds, we thought from talking to them and watching them and the way she did with Sheila, that was a mother to mother or something, the devil to a Christian. But there was something there that she didn't want to look at Sheila. And she may have seen the glow that I see sometimes. So
oh Lord, don't go that far.
Well, you're my angel. You're my angel. All right, guys. Love
Hi,
y'all.
Pennsylvania, but we gotta go. We've been on here for almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
Just rattling on.
It's there. They can go back and watch it. Thank you, guys.
Love you all. Have a good night.
God is great.
God bless.